Stream is now
Anyway,
live.
anyway, anyway,
Let's post
anyway,
on.
anyways. All right, I'm done.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Where is this? Twitch. That's me.
Let me join you, fuck.
Oh yeah.
No, not you. I'm talking to
Oh
Twitch. I'm
well.
being mean to Twitch.
Yeah. So
I,
we could. Yeah. Let me also set up the.
I ain't,
Oh
I ain't,
no.
I
There
ain't
it
smack
goes.
talking you like that, bro. Potato chip.
Hell no. Rotato chip in the large 2025 is crazy.
That
Let's
crazy, but
let's get let's nope, that's not what I asked for. Um
I have turned the share chat on and everything, so
Great. I
we should
accepted it.
be, we should be, Abara.
Great.
Yep, we are indeed,
Fantastic.
Bara.
Great.
Ooh, nope.
Love to see that.
Yeah, because there were some games that occurred this
There
weekend.
absolutely were some games that occurred last week and
Football did indeed occur. Not Buckeye football, which automatically makes my week worse. Although, to make up for it, I did get this cool neon sign.
whoa, that's tough. What the hell?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like so. I got some
That's tough as shit.
I got some slightly better lighting as well
There
because
you
of it.
go.
So, I did set it up yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. I did put two nice little holes in the wall, like right
I see
there
that,
and
yeah.
right
Are
there.
you renting?
Yeah, so that's gonna be a nice like
Patchwork, baby.
150.
Patchwork.
Yeah,
You can go to Lowe's and
yeah,
patch that shit up, bro. You got it.
I can. I've patched this something like that before,
Yeah, no,
so.
you're good. You
Yeah,
got it,
I
bro.
know. Twitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Um,
this shit's fire though. Let's see. Hi, Bentley. Hi, bud. Okay, have my water. We're good to go. Whenever.
okay. I posted it to Snapchat. Posted it.
Oh, I should have done the
Uh, fuck it.
usual
Fuck it.
social
I'll
media.
post it. I'll post it on Instagram. Oh, and I posted it on Twitter. So let me share it to my other Twitter account. If you don't follow me on
Uh,
Twitter, I have a Twitter just for stream stuff, and then I have my personal Twitter. Yo, what's up? All
Shit.
right.
Of course, the 1 second I'm not checking fucking chat, someone shows up.
It's in my chat. It's probably just someone from Twitter.
Your
But we talking baseball today. Oh,
baseball. The fuck?
sorry. I've been watching Reds all weekend because obviously Bengals football wasn't good. We're talking football. Ooh, new Paldean and Fates collection dropping.
Huh? That's like an old set. I'm surprised they're bringing it back.
It's the Great Tusk and Iron Treads, but it's like combined. So it has a
Oh,
the promo full art shiny EXs of both, and then the regular cards from the Paldean Fates set, and then a jumbo Great Tusk card, and 11 packs.
oh, 11. Mm. Yeah, in this market, that's about to be a fucking
Yeah,
band.
yeah. I say at least if I think on drop they're predicting it'll be $55.
Okay, well that's about $5 a pack, so that's where it should be.
Yeah, I
But
I
let's be
concur,
real.
good friend.
Let's be real. It's gonna triple in price
Oh yeah,
immediately.
dude, it's gonna go for so much. Anyway, we're not talking Pokemans or baseball, except shout out to the Cincinnati Reds who currently hold their destiny in the wild card spot. Um,
Shout out to my Red Sox for also being in the wild card spot.
hell yeah. So hopefully we can get we can make it. Oh shit, yeah, my top 25. That's what I'm working on. You can go. You can start. You can talk. Are we starting
Yeah.
with NFL again? We didn't do a rundown today.
Yeah, we got to start off with the NFL.
Great.
So let's pull those scores up
Uh,
because, frankly, what my Saints put up yesterday was just fucking atrocious on all
yeah,
sides, just all sides of the ball. Like truly,
yeah.
we have no hope. We have no hope. Like our defensive line actually did pretty good against Seattle's rushing attack, but at the same time,
I mean,
Kenneth Walker is very
mm-hmm.
inefficient, so that's not really like something to be proud of because they weren't running Zach Charbonnet for whatever reason.
He
He's
was
out
hurt.
for
He was hurt.
he was hurt. That's what I thought. We also let Sam Darnold only miss 4 passes for some fucking reason. Spencer Rattler threw the ball 39 times, which why the fuck are we throwing it 39 times against our shit O-line? It's just, I mean, this team is truly, truly fucking hopeless on pretty much every single side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Did we record a single sack yesterday? Nope. Of course we didn't. Brian Brzee, you suck. Carl Granderson did things. Isaac Yadom did things, I guess. Shout out Danny Stutzman, the rookie, though, getting 2 full tackles yesterday. That's
Mm-hmm.
not too bad. Jordan Sanker did his thing, I guess. Cam Jordan still exists. Pete Warner is literally the only part of our defense that is actually good. Um, and yeah, Reek Woolen decided to not, shit the bucket in the craziest way possible yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But also Saints O-line let up 2 whole sacks. So
That's actually for how like beaten their O line is. I'm kind of shocked it wasn't more because the Seahawks defense has really started to come together. So
yeah,
if I was you, honestly,
that's the thing is
I'm
like
not
we're
too mad at
working
that.
on bringing it together. We're working on getting it together.
Yeah.
It's just this is such a hopeless like nothing team that I expect nothing and I'm not exactly like disappointed.
Yeah.
I just kind of see it coming and just kind of take it with a straight face.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, oh, nice. We also missed a field goal yesterday.
I saw that.
That's fucking awesome. Thanks, Blake Groupie. That's literally the one thing you're here to do, and you still can't do it right. Bro, just give us, bro. Just honestly, give me Young Wei. Bring Young Ho in. I don't even care.
I mean,
Your longest field goal was 27. Like motherfucker,
yeah.
I'm done with you.
I mean honestly, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Um, I would do it if I was him.
Clearly, Parker Romo didn't pan out for the Falcons yesterday.
No, but nothing panned out for the Falcons yesterday.
Yeah,
They looked like dog shit. Bijan looked
they look
good, but everything else looked terrible.
Penix's Linsanity run is done.
No, I don't think it's a Linsanity run. I think he just had a bad game. And I think the Falcons defense, after putting up a stellar performance, went into Carolina kind of thinking that they could just step over the
Bryce
Panthers
Young,
and were proven wrong, and we saw that.
yeah.
Um,
Which I mean, you can step over Bryce Young. He's real short, but everyone else, yeah. I mean that wide receiver core is coming together really, really well. I will say,
absolutely,
Tet
absolutely, it
looked
is.
fantastic
Yeah, no,
yesterday.
he looks great. I really
Which
do.
I guess we're just going into full NFC South talk because fuck it. My Saints have nothing going on, and
Yeah,
the
I
Seahawks.
mean,
This victory for the Seahawks is so hollow. It doesn't really like mean anything for them. It's just like cool. We won against a team that wasn't supposed to win. Hooray!
I
But I
mean,
mean,
when you put it
you
in the
know,
grand scheme of things, the Rams blew a really, really big lead to the Eagles yesterday. On top of that, yes, the 49ers did win against the Cardinals, moving the Cardinals down in that division, but the 49ers just lost Nick Bosa to an ACL tear. So this is
yep,
momentum that the Seahawks can ride and carry to at least fight for the division. I don't think they're going to win it because I
yeah.
still like the Rams' younger, more versatile defense over the
I feel like they have more
Seahawks.
depth, like
They do
overall.
have more depth, and we're seeing more playmakers uh, come out of the LA. Like the Puka and Devontae duo has been fantastic. Blake
Mhm,
Corum has been a very surprising addition to the offense, even though Kyron Williams is still getting a majority of the touches. It's kind of like a
yep,
75-25 split now.
mhm.
But honestly, I think if the Seahawks could kind of elevate Cooper Cup's game, we saw the big game out of
You
uh,
mean Monte or Puka?
if the
You said Cooper
Seahawks could
Cup.
elevate Cooper Cup.
Oh, Seahawks could. Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
we were talking Seahawks and Rams and
Yeah.
Cooper and
Yeah. No,
yeah.
it gets dicey. I get it.
It's really
But if the
funky.
Seahawks could elevate Cooper Cup more, kind of get him back into that true wide receiver two slot, with the addition of former CSU Ram Mr. Holton, that was making all the big plays out of the special teams yesterday.
Was that-
That's the guy
Or
who returned the
Corey
punt.
Horton?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He if he could find life in this offense, then I really think that the Seahawks can start to build something. But, K9 has looked fantastic over these last 2 weeks after everyone calling for Charbonnet to take a spot. Charbonnet gets healthy, really start to incorporate some of these younger tight ends. I definitely think they have something building there, but I think if they want to go make a move now, which I think they should, they just gave Sam Darnold a lot of money, they're going to need to go trade for a lineman, and we're not really quite there in the season to see who's selling and who isn't.
I will say, I think the Saints D line like held well enough against
Mm-hmm.
the rushing attack. I mean, we only let up 87 yards, so
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
it is what it
Absolutely.
like. Again, the Saints have these like little pieces like here and there, but it's not enough right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want Brandon Staley to get fired into the sun. He fucking sucks. He fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, he didn't look
He needs
great.
to go after one season. Bye bye. Bye bye. I mean, like, seriously, in 3 games, you've let up 20 points to Kyler Murray, who was literally shitting himself the night before. 26 to San Francisco under Mac Jones, which don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, he's been doing great recently, but like,
He he really has. He really has the
It's Mac fucking Jones, dude.
yeah.
Like, you can only put so much stock in it, And then you put up 44 you let Sam Darnold put up 44 on you. So
Yeah.
the experiment with Brandon, I was willing to give it some optimism for a little bit, but after this, I'm like, you're washed, buddy. See ya.
Yeah.
Kick rocks.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, back to more NFC South action. Obviously, the Falcons played like shit. This is nothing new. You don't
Uh-huh.
get shut out in the game against the Panthers. That's fine. I I don't know how to feel about Bryce Young right now because this is like 16 of 24 for 121 is such a nothing stat line.
Yeah, and I think what that comes down to is you have a quarterback who's scared. He's playing for his job security. And we saw that in Jacksonville where they kind of needed him to take a extra player or two to get into better position for the team to win. And the Panthers were playing a winnable game. And the same thing in Arizona. Arizona, he looked poised. He looked great. He was like,
Yeah, he
okay,
looked great at the end of
he
the
he
game.
he said he saw the big lead. He said, okay, we're gonna come back. We're gonna really try to push this like winning narrative in this game, and they almost did come back. But in Jacksonville, he kind of did a little too much, and now I think he's starting to get scared. He doesn't want to make the big plays. He doesn't want to kind of elevate not only just him, but he doesn't want to put himself in a bad position because he is playing for that spot. And I don't disagree with that mindset. He didn't
Yeah.
need to do a lot in this game. They won by it was a shutout to a division
Yeah,
rival. He didn't need
you
to
didn't
do
need
anything.
to. Mhm. So it's like it's okay. It's something to look out for in the
Yeah.
future. Because also with that Cardinals game, I mean, obviously you're down by like what was it, 24
Uh
at
huh.
one point. So obviously passing it 55 fucking times during the game is gonna start to make more sense in context.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is a lot of fucking passing to do.
Yeah.
So I guess giving his arm like a little bit of an easy week, makes a little bit of sense, and it's good for a winnable game like this where the defense really starts to hold down the fort.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is a and this is a Carolina defense that I think looked very poised. Granted,
Mhm.
yeah, they're going to give up yards to Bijan, but Bijan is arguably running away with the title as best running back in the league. And
Only
then
72 yards to him is that
is
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 that is a
good.
very
He's
respectable
on in
performance.
the first 2 games he's had over 100 plus scrimmage yards. That's what did he have total? So he had 72 on the ground. What did he have in the air? 39.
39.
So just over 100.
And mind you, 25 came off of one pass.
Yeah. So look, I
So,
I mean I don't think he did terrible. We saw Kirk
yeah,
Cousins get a little bit
for a
of
little
play
bit.
time. Future
Didn't do
Bengals
too bad,
quarterback.
really.
We'll talk about the Bengals in just a minute.
Yeah,
I am
that
almost
was
done writing up my new top 25.
ugh, that was certainly an
It
event.
yeah. It was
But
a
seeing Big Perko out there, it makes enough sense.
yeah.
I think Penix needs a reset week next week. I think start Cousins, give Penix a reset week, kind of bring his confidence back a little bit.
I disagree.
let it like kind of let it be.
Yeah.
Because also you're playing Washington next week.
Yeah, but we saw Washington, they won, but one thing they gave up were those deep passes that Penix can make. We saw it in the game against the Buccaneers. And this is also a Commanders team that isn't really big on QB pressure. They're stopping the run for sure. But if they can be throwing the ball more, Michael Penix seems to be more comfortable throwing the deep pass. His
Mm.
accuracy is decent, not great, but I, I,
Yeah.
I honestly think this would be a good game for him. I think that could be a winnable game for him. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and also again, Jaden Daniel. Oh, what the? Sorry, my camera froze for a second, I guess.
No, 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 you're good. It looked like a connection issue thing. I wasn't gonna say anything.
That was weird. But anyways, I mean, with Jaden Daniels still out, you still have
Oh yeah,
Washington in sort of a weakened state, I guess, if you want to say.
yeah.
So it might be a good confidence building game. Again,
Uh huh.
I'm not a head coach in the league.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't make these calls. Oh, actually, I am gonna make one shout out on the Panthers. Shout out my boy Lathan fucking Ransom.
yeah,
Forced fumble, 4 full tackles, 1 assist.
yeah. No, no, no.
I
He's
mean, you love to see it.
no, and I think him in the fifth round going to the Panthers. I love the pick because they've needed safety
Deal.
help for the last, I don't know, 80 years. Um, ever since Jeremy Chin left, they've needed safety help, and I think that he's quietly finding a home in Carolina. It's not the place I wanted him to go. I wanted him to go to Cincinnati.
I want him to go to New Orleans. Wow, he
But
wants to. Wow, we want a good player from our favorite team to go to our favorite
mhm.
NFL teams, huh? Crazy how that
All right.
works.
I'm at the bottom 10, so let me write this out
Yeah.
and then I'll talk about the Bengals real quick. I just got to figure out where to put these bottom 10 teams.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you want to talk about another game, fucking go for it.
Yeah. I'll do some rapid fire ones.
Go for it.
Colts tight. I thought, despite I mean, Daniel Jones is having a complete like Baker Mayfield style resurgence
Mhm.
in Indianapolis. I mean, they punted for the first time all year
Mhm.
after 3 weeks. After like what, 26 drives or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, no, they looked good, dude. They really did.
I mean, they were very, very efficient. Only 3 drives of theirs were under like 30 yards.
Yeah, no, no, they've
And
they've
and
looked great.
one was two of them were one of them was a punt, one of them was a missed field goal, one of them was a turnover on downs. Like that's not even really that bad. So I think Shane Steichen is doing a wonderful job. Jonathan Taylor had an unbelievably amazing game. I mean,
For sure.
100 almost 120 scrimmage yards, 3 TDs. I mean, he looks like what he used to when people were saying, "Oh, this guy's the best running back in the league."
Mhm.
Mike Pittman looked fantastic as per usual. Alec
Yep.
Pierce had a really great game. Tyler Warren a little bit quieter this week, um, but there's gonna be those kinds of weeks. So it's really not that bad. Um, I will say I think the Titans might have some concern. I need to see some stats for Calvin Ridley real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. How many targets are we talking here?
Dude, I
Are you
feel
really
weird.
looking at?
My AP my top 25 is kind of not as different from the AP poll. I'm getting a little worried. I'm turning into Unk. Oh wait, I am gonna have
Uh,
a big thing in mind.
Calvin Ridley. Can I see like how many times he's been targeted in these games? No. Okay.
You
I
should
mean,
you should be able to.
not in their game log.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. But mind you, through 3 weeks, Calvin Ridley has recorded single-digit receptions.
Oh yeah.
Like, and he's only put up 27, 57, and 27. He's barely put up 100 yards on the year through three
Mhm.
games. So you have to wonder, like, I don't think Cam Ward is necessarily the problem here because other receivers are very much still
Yeah.
getting yards, targets, and receptions.
Yeah, he really
Like
likes the other rookie wide receiver they have. He's easily their
uh Ioma is their rookie, I think?
what?
Or is that
Let
who
me
is this from?
here. Let's pull up the box score chat so you're
Alec
just not hearing him.
Iomanor?
Oh, yeah. That's the rookie wide receiver. But and
Yeah,
he
because I was
also
gonna say,
likes Okongwo. Loves him
yeah, Okongwu is his
as a
favorite
tight end.
target for
Tyler
sure.
Lockett getting more production.
Then Calvin Ridley is
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, well, first of all, Calvin Ridley or 7 targets, 1 reception for 27
Yeah,
yards.
that's where I was finding issue is like
Yeah.
what's with the target reception disparity, you know? That's why I was trying to see earlier. It's like
Yeah.
is he having a drop problem in these games? And I think if I remember from week 1, I think he is having drop or like either it's drop problems, accuracy problems. I really do not know. I don't know if he's getting put in a losing scenario or if he's getting put in a scenario that he's just like not showing. Okay. 3 receptions on 6 targets the week before. Um, 4 receptions on 8 targets. Yeah, he's really just not bringing these in.
No, not at all.
Like 4 misses, another 3 misses, and 6 misses.
Yeah.
So, I
No.
mean, it's just, yeah, drops and lack rapport, blah, 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 poor showing.
Where did I have? Okay.
Manor, yada, yada, yada.
There we
Yeah, so
go.
I think Calvin really is starting to. I think we're reaching the end of his career. Sadly, very, very sadly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it's just I think this league has unfortunately passed him by at this point.
I mean, the suspension in his early career like didn't help at all. Like
Yeah,
at all.
100%. But you've also got these younger guys that are coming up and
Yeah.
just getting more production.
They're more
So
hungry.
yeah.
That's literally all it is to it.
hmm So I think the Titans are in a rough spot, but they're trying to turn
Absolutely.
things around. But the Colts are doing fantastic for themselves. So I hope they keep performing well. Honest
Mm-hmm.
and truly.
Yeah, for
Honestly
sure.
and truly. Shout out to the nothing happened in this game, so I'm just gonna say shout out to the Jags for finally beating the Texans on home turf for the first time in like 9 fucking years.
Yeah.
The Texans suck this year, by the way. They're ass.
Well,
I'm sorry.
when you get rid of an entire offensive line, that's what
That
happens to you.
also, yeah, that was very injured last year, and you all let them go. Yeah, it's crazy how good Stroud's rookie year was under that really good O line, and then oh look, it all gets injured and thrown away. Wow, he's
Yeah.
playing like shit. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
So the Texas
Absolutely.
front office is completely to blame for
Oh,
Stroud's
absolutely.
underperforming, because like
Absolutely.
you're still getting 204 yards off of 38 like attempts and 25 completed passes on when you have like negative time to throw.
Yeah.
I I'm not putting that on you. I really am not. Trevor Lawrence is still not looking great though. I will say
No,
that
no,
much.
no, he is not.
He is not. Mind you, it's like year what, 5 or 6 for him?
Uh, 5. I want to say. I'm not sure.
It's either way. It's been a hot freaking minute.
Yeah.
And um I'll say this much. Okay, 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, this is year 5. And you're putting up stinkers
Yeah.
like this.
Can I just say
And
fly
also
Eagles
like
fly? Why are you saying fly Eagles fly? You're not an Eagles fan.
Ugh.
Like at all,
yeah,
actually.
like I want to put up Tila's uh season stats for the year because everyone thought, "Oh, this is his year." Blah 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 blah. Like new management, new everything. 55% completion, 671 yards, 4 tutties, 4 picks.
Okay, but why do you like Saquon so much? I'm sorry. She has to explain herself. This so-called
Saquad.
proclaim New York fan through and through talking about some Saquon Barkley.
Saquad Barkley and
I mean, fuck that
New York
ESPN
person is
cover. Yeah.
crazy. He is indeed top 5 finest quarterbacks in the league. I will
So
say that
so
much.
true. So true.
But we also know
We know
who
we
number
know they
1
won the Super Bowl. What about them? Third of all, okay.
They've won multiple Super Bowls in the past like decade.
They have won 2 Super Bowls in the last decade. That is a true factual statement.
The
That big guy got a touchdown.
Philly
Jordan
special.
Jordan Davis did get a touchdown. So you know what? Jade knows
That was
ball. Jade knows ball.
that was a pretty cool touchdown. I did like seeing that.
Me too. Me too, man.
Which I think this was the week of special teams. I think if we have
Yeah,
one takeaway
man.
from this week,
That's
this was a week full of special teams just fucking
there were
shenanigans.
what, man? Like four
Three
blocked
block
field
kick
goals.
and a bunch of block kicks
There were three
for
blocked
like
field goals,
return.
4 block kicks because the Chiefs blocked the Giants kick last
Yeah.
night.
I don't know how many were returned for tutties though.
The black flash for real. Oh my god, that's crazy. He was running 18. Damn.
Big
Go.
ass dude.
Good for Jordan
God
Davis.
damn. And he's a big ass motherfucking dude.
Yeah, he's fucking huge. He ran a sub 4.9 at the fucking combine. I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, I forgot about that genuinely. But regardless, not much to say about that Texans Jags game. Just
Yeah.
that both these teams are probably going to be atrocious. The Texans are just more atrocious. And it is not C.J. Stroud's fault. If anyone says anything bad about my Pookie Bear, I swear to God, I will find you. I
All
will
right.
fucking find you. I am so sorry, my king. You deserve so much better.
Wait.
Please come to the Saints.
Who are you talking about?
CJ?
Oh, so CJ. I mean, it is more likely than I say ever at this point. The Texans could blow it up. They have, um, obviously, was it last year that they didn't have a pick and they gave it to the Cardinals? This past draft when they traded back for
Because
Will
they did.
Anderson.
Yeah, because I think they gave up their first
Oh no,
last
wait. Oh
year.
no,
If
wait.
I
That was
remember.
last draft. The draft before this one, because that was his second year. Okay.
Yeah, 24 NFL
I
draft.
mean,
I'm just gonna
look.
make sure.
Let me look at the Texans draft pick. Texans draft picks.
Yeah, because the Cardinals used that to select Marv.
Yes. Here.
And
Texans
then
draft picks 2026.
did
They have eight.
Texans?
They have their own first, a second, plus a second from the Commanders, a third from New York, 2 4th-round picks, their own and one from the Commanders, a 6th round from Philly, and a 7th round from the Niners. I mean, dude, if they really wanted to get off CJ in a contract offseason, they absolutely could. And the Saints would be one of the teams to buy into that.
Yeah, because honestly, the quarterback class for this year is panning out like complete shit. Cade Klubnik is panning out like shit. Arch Manning is panning out like shit.
I
I
I
don't know
I
if Sam Levitt has it enough to
I
perform at the
I, I,
highest
I, I think
level.
it's getting to the point for Arch where he's not going to go this year. I think it's getting to that point.
Yeah, he needs to. I
Drew
feel like he needs
Aller
to.
still has yet to impress me.
I swear to God, if Drew Eller goes to the draft and we draft him, I will go down to New Orleans and
Dude, just change teams.
I
Just
will
change
commit
teams at that
crimes.
point. Just change teams at that point.
I'll bandwagon. I don't care. I'll
Nussmeyer
submit my
probably
bandwagon
is looking
application.
like the best quarterback behind John Mateer.
See, Nuss would be pretty nice actually.
Mateer is probably the best quarterback in this draft class. Well, all right, we'll talk about college in a second.
Yeah,
I
gonna.
got to talk about my team.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Because
Well, let's just
I'm just gonna say I think we'll outline the games we need to cover.
yeah.
Browns Packers because what the
Cinema,
fuck?
cinema.
True cinema. Chargers Broncos because we need to start having some postseason talks. And Bills Dolphins I
Yeah.
think is important. Everything else is just kind of
Yeah.
things happened.
Jade,
Cool.
he was talking about CJ Stroud, by the way.
Yeah. Also, you call CJ Stroud. I'm gonna find you, Jade. I'm gonna find you, Jade. I just hope you know that.
Don't threaten my girlfriend, Kyler.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm pissed though.
So we're gonna look at the Cincinnati drives.
Oh, this will be
Punt,
fun.
INT, punt, first quarter, second quarter, punt, field goal, fumble, fumble, fumble. Third quarter, only 2 drives, punt and INT. Fourth quarter, punt, punt, and a touchdown.
Which, by the way, just fucking go for it if you're down that much. Don't be a pussy.
At this point, first of all, Isaiah Rodgers has our number entirely. Isaiah Rodgers was given a PFF grade of 99.9. I've never seen that.
One pick, 2 forced fumble. Good lord.
Yeah. And we gotta have conversations. And here.
Oh, and Van Ginkel getting 2 entire sacks? Jesus
And
Christ.
here we are. This is the conversation. Jake Browning is not the guy. I had hope when he led the game-winning drive in Cincinnati. I had hope that we were going to see this resurgency that he had in 2023. 19 of 27 for 140 yards. 2 picks. I don't even know how many times he got sacked. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Four times, 4 sacks.
4 times. 2 by the same person of Ann Van Ginkel.
I hate Ann Van Ginkel so much. Anyway,
His silly ass name though.
it is. Isaiah Rodgers with 2 forced fumbles and a pick, 2 of those being for touchdowns. Jordan Mason, 116 yards on 16 carries. We still can't stop the run. It was a quiet receiving game for Minnesota, but they didn't need to when you get a 14-point swing on defense alone.
Yeah. Well, even so, I mean, Jay Jettis still went for 75.
I mean,
Ackies,
yeah, because our secondary sucks. Jake Browning looked so uncomfortable the entire time. Ted Karras was killed every single play. That's why Chase Brown had 10 carries for a positive 3-yard total. Ted Karras has to go. He looked like shit, and he is the reason that the run game is not progressing. He is getting killed on every single play. And mind you, we've played the Browns, the Jags, and the Vikings. It is only going to get harder from here. We do not look good. Jamar Chase.
I'd argue the Browns are like one of the harder tests, but I see what you mean.
Yes, but we have to play them again, and then we have to play the Steelers twice, and we have to play the Packers still, and we have to play the Lions and the Bears. These are all teams with good defensive fronts. Trying to think of who else we even play this year. Regardless,
it's only going to get harder the more worn out he gets.
I mean, Samaje Perine, 4 carries, 21 yards, at his old age.
Yeah.
So at this point, what's the problem? Because I was told all offseason that Chase Brown's going to be a huge part of this offense, and he's going to be great, and he's going to, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And after watching him start only 8 games and carry for almost 1,000 yards, I fucking believed it. But I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I saw the vision too.
Jamar Chase had 5 catches, 50 yards. That's cool. Noah Fant, why are we targeting him 5 times when he's tight end 3 on the depth chart? Granted, I like Noah Fant, but why was Gesicki? Like, I mean, Mitch Tinsley only 1 target. T. Higgins. Drew Sample is tight end 1 on the depth chart for whatever reason.
Wait, what? I thought Gesicki was.
If you look at the Bengals depth chart, it'll say Drew Sample, Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant.
Wait. Nah, Noah Fant is the tight end 1 right now.
Is he actually? Like on the depth chart right now?
I'm looking at CBS Sports on the depth chart. I'm seeing Noah Fant, Drew Sample, Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson, Cam Grady, Eric All.
ESPN, Bengals depth chart. It absolutely does say that.
Yeah, Noah Fant, Drew Sample, Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson. Jesus Christ.
Gesicki, yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah, and I mean, there was one positive I got out of this game. One, and it was that Chris Jenkins, second year defensive lineman out of Michigan, had a sack and a half, while the other half went to Miles Murphy, and Joseph Osai also got a sack. Trey Hendrickson, shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
He looked stalled this entire game. And what was nice about it was that Miles Murphy actually, given the opportunities, he started to look more comfortable. Finally, about time. But yeah, Chris Jenkins looked good in the middle. I think he's definitely, obviously we signed BJ Hill to the 3-year extension. I think Chris Jenkins is going to see a lot more playing time. We definitely didn't see as much Mike Pennell. And we didn't see we did see some of Slayton. But I think Chris Jenkins looked great. If that's one takeaway I can have from this Bengals game, Jordan Battle was everywhere. Knight Demetrius Knight had 3 tackles and 3 assisted tackles. Burks had the forced fumble for the Bengals. But yeah, I mean, Dax Hill, there were a couple zero blitz plays that he looked lost on. Obviously, no Cam Taylor Britt, which probably, thank God, I think this game would have been a lot worse if he did play. DJ Turner was on Jefferson for a majority of this game, and besides the end where Jefferson started to actually get catches, Turner looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Geno Stone didn't really have too big of a game. Logan Wilson was trying to be as active as he could be, but the run defense was just terrible. I mean, once Jordan Mason got a running start, it was just over.
Yeah, you're getting run over, and there's no.
Yeah, I actually had to turn the game off at halftime. I could not watch it. It was horrible.
So you're a better supporter of your team than me. I didn't even turn the game on in the first place.
Well, because I thought it was at least going to be competitive, but then the Bengals decided to pull a Colorado State and fumble the ball 5 times. On top of, they fumbled the ball 5 times, lost it 3 times. On top of throwing 2 picks. So at this point, I don't know what has to change. I mean, Jamar Chase.
Yes.
You look at how he played in that game. Dude, there's a play where I believe it was obviously it was later in the game. Let me look at the offensive plays. It was when Cam Grandy caught the 6-yard reception. Dude, Jamar Chase was in the middle of the field just fucking standing there. He does not want to be here. And I don't blame him. We look horrible. This is a Bengals team with no direction. The run game still isn't established. We're going into week 4. The pass game at this point looks horrible. Jake Browning has already thrown 5 picks, and he's played in 6 quarters. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how the need for quarterback isn't more precedent. Go get Jameis Winston. Go talk to the Falcons about just go talk to the Falcons about Kirk Cousins. You signed Sean Clifford and Mike White to the practice squad. This has to be the whitest, worst QB room of all time.
Also, you put Brett Rypien out there.
Oh, because it was the fucking 4th quarter. He didn't even throw.
Yeah.
Like, go talk to these teams with 2 quarterbacks. Like, I'm being serious. At this point, I would rather them go talk to the Raiders about getting either Aiden O'Connell or fucking Kenny Two Gloves instead of me watching another Jake Browning game again. Because I can't do it.
Also, the Vikings put up 13 penalties for 105 yards.
Yeah.
Still.
This was a winnable game. If you don't give them all the momentum in half of a quarter, you win this game. This is a winnable game. The Vikings looked fucking horrible. But no, every handoff was for 8 yards. I don't understand where that comes from. This is a team that was destroyed by the run last year. They went out and got TJ Slayton. They went out and signed Mike Pennell off of the Chiefs practice squad to focus on this. They brought back BJ Hill. They obviously Trey is playing. Like Trey Hendrickson is not the best run defender. I will say that wholeheartedly. You still kept Logan Wilson. Jermaine Pratt last year was your linebacker who got killed in coverage, but really didn't help in the run game. Logan Wilson is everywhere. Granted, he looks a little slower after his injury, but I don't know, man. This team has a lot of question marks and a big fucking payout for a lot of players. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to get really worried because we have to go into Denver on Monday.
And that's really, really scary.
And that's a Denver team, and that's a Denver team that will be clawing for a win.
Yeah.
At this point, you have 2 directions. You fully commit to the tank, or you fucking go get a quarterback. And I don't know what quarterbacks are available right now. I mean, given their situations, I don't like any of the guys on our team. I don't like Browning. I don't like Rypien. I don't like Mike White. And I don't like... who did I say? Sean Clifford. I hate them all. Yeah. I actually despise them all. Dare I say. Like, I'm trying to think of all the, like, backups in the league. Go talk to the Seahawks. See if you can't get Sam Howell. Is he even on the Seahawks? I thought he
Uh,
was.
I thought he was on the no, because he was the.
No, he's on the Eagles. That's who they
Oh, that's
because
right.
that's why they traded Kenny Pickett and waived DTR because Sam Howell was there. Um, Taylor Heineke's still a free agent. Go get him.
Yeah,
The
you can take
Chargers.
Tyler Shuck off our hands.
I don't want a second round contract of a rookie who's 25. Um,
God.
like the Chargers, they have what Trey Lance is QB3. Go fucking get Trey Lance. I don't care. Literally anyone except who we have. I want Jameis Winston. I still want Jameis Winston.
Trey Lance is QB2 on the
Oh, he is. Is there
yeah,
a
so
third?
Chargers.
Is there a third QB?
Nope,
I thought there
nope,
was.
just those two.
There
Nope,
was
just Jay Urbo and Trey.
there was another one who played in preseason.
Uh,
Maybe on the practice squad. Bengals need to go sign a different QB and give all these other guys opportunities to run with the ones because Jake Browning just isn't it. That's my rant. That's my.
Oh, DJ or
Oh yeah.
Oogie Oogie
Uh,
Boogie
fucking Ungale or whatever his name is.
on delay, yeah. Although I think they released him actually. Oh, Taylor Heineke was on the Chargers as well
Yeah,
in
I know he's a
preseason.
free agent for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Really, really feel like that we have no direction, and that's my opinion. We have no direction. It looks horrid right now in Cincinnati.
If you couldn't tell, we both really love our
Uh
teams.
huh. We love them so much.
We love them so much that we would somehow suffer through talking about them for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow. Da, 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 da. Next up, Packers Browns. What the fuck happened? Like genuinely, what the actual fuck happened?
Jordan Love fell
First
apart.
off, first off, Quinshon Judkins' legacy game, which you do love to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
You do.
he's running back one in Cleveland for sure.
Yep. So much for picking up Dylan Sampson on waivers.
Yeah. I made that mistake in one of my other leagues.
Oh well.
No, but Judkins looked great.
Yeah.
I will say, even though Njoku got more production than he normally would, uh, Harold Fannin Jr. as a tight end too, still got his production in what little passing there was.
Hmm.
I'm starting to worry about Josh Jacobs, not in the not in the snap count era, but the production era. In
In the productivity,
Yeah,
yeah.
in Detroit in that first game, dude, he looked like shit. Last week when they played Washington, he looked phenomenal. This week against the Browns, and yes, I know the Browns have a great defensive line, but the Packers are also supposed to have this really good offensive line, and they're supposed to have established this super good run game to help out Jordan Love, but I don't
I
know,
mean,
man.
to be fair, on the receiving end of things, he was better in that front because he was averaging 8.8 yards a catch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he is efficient as a dual threat running back, but I
Yeah.
agree his efficiency very much tanked between week 1, 2, and 3
I mean, but like,
because between these weeks he's averaged 3.5 yards a carry, 3.7 yards a carry, and 2 yards a carry. It doesn't help that you also fumble once. That
yeah,
is an issue.
and my thing with Josh Jacobs is we this is a guy who's 2 years removed from being on the Raiders where he was top 5 in rushing easily. He carved through the AFC West, man.
He made him, yeah, he made him look like babies.
Yeah, this was just
So,
a defensive game. That's all it was.
yep, both teams did play football. One team just played football slightly better.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't help that Green Bay's last two drives were a pick and a fumble, though. That definitely
Yeah,
soils things like a lot. That's very much a soiled it, soiled it. But I think the Packers won't let this get to them. It's a nice win for the Browns, but ultimately, you still suck. Um, but at least Quinshawn looked really good. And I feel like the Packers will just buck up and take it on next week.
yeah,
So I still think their playoff hopes are not in the bin. This is an early lapse.
yeah.
It happens. happens.
Yeah,
It happens any given week,
yeah, yeah.
any given
It
fucking
is any
week.
given week, but there were a lot of times when like I flipped through this game if the Bengals were on a break or whatever. Um,
Where you just didn't want to watch it anymore.
yeah, and on the defensive side, Micah Parsons was off for a lot of snaps. I get he has the lingering back thing. I really do. But when you have a game like this where you can start off 3 and 0 and start to really catch some fire, this is a game where you should have
Put him out
probably
there sooner.
yeah, this is a game where you don't I mean obviously your playmaker still made plays. Rashawn Gary still had 2 sacks. Xavier McKinney still got a pick. Um I mean Micah Parsons had 2 tackles, no sacks, but I'm sure they were moving through people on him like crazy. Like
Yeah.
it was just a defensive game. Shout out Greg Delpit and Devin Bush. My goodness. And then
Yeah.
Miles Garrett and
Newsom did his
oh my
thing.
gosh.
Miles Garrett half a sack.
Oh my gosh,
Try,
the
who the
Cleveland
hell?
defensive line went
Try
crazy.
show, I'm not even gonna try that one. Holy shit.
Where are you looking? Oh,
Um.
Carl Schlesinger.
Oh, sorry. No, I was looking at the wrong.
Schlesinger is the rookie out of UCLA, by the way.
Damn. And a full sack too. Go white
Yeah,
boy.
no, he's good. He's a good player. I wanted us to get him over Demetrius Knight, but the Browns picked before us. So
Yeah, and I mean, shout out Malik Collins for getting sack and a half too
oh
on that
yeah,
one.
oh yeah, no.
So
Definitely.
I mean, the defensive line had a day with Green Bay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this is a Browns team in a fourth place schedule that'll probably get a couple more wins than anticipated. But
Expect them to
uh
still be pretty bottom
oh
of the
yeah,
barrel.
for
Also,
sure.
also doesn't help that DeJuan Jones is out for the season, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
that
OSU
really
guy.
sucks for them because he was actually shaping up really well, even though there
He
is
was
that
doing really well.
even though there is that play of him getting thrown like a baby by Shamar Stewart, but whatever.
Yeah, but that's, we all
Oh,
have our moments.
another thing about the Cincinnati game, how Shamar Stewart's already hurt. That's great. First
Yep.
round pick getting hurt is just Cincinnati like putting butter on toast, man. It happens every single year, every single morning. Don't need to fucking think
The
about
injury
it.
bug.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
just
love the injury bug.
oh, I mean updates on the injury bug. Nick Bosa's out for the season. CD Lamb reportedly out for 4 to
High
6
ankle
weeks
sprain or
with a
something.
high ankle sprain.
Yep.
Najee Harris tore his Achilles. Uh,
Mike Evans has hamstring injuries
he
again.
always has hamstring injuries and he
He
goes for a
always
thousand yards
does.
always.
Just
I'm not even concerned about that.
yeah.
And then what's the other one? Oh, James Conner,
Yeah,
my
out for the season.
flex in my paid league, out for the season with structural right ankle damage.
Yep.
Whatever.
Super fun.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about these games. Chicago looked really good. Caleb
Yeah.
Williams
Ben
looked
John
fantastic.
Ben Johnson got fucking embarrassed.
What do you
Or
mean?
no, no, sorry, Matt Eberflus. Matt
Yeah.
Eberflus.
Eberflus
That's what
got
I meant.
fucking embarrassed.
Ben
Um,
Johnson embarrassed the shit out of him.
Chargers, hold on. I thought the momentum was gonna swing in Denver's favor for
Yeah.
sure. Um,
I mean, these are two very good AFC West teams that really
yeah,
fought with each other for
yeah.
like the entire game. So good for them. O'Marion Hampton seems to be coming into his own now.
And he has
Um,
no choice to because Najee's out. He literally has no choice to. He's
yeah,
going to get the ball 30 times a game.
yeah. J.K. Dobbins, he's staying injury free and he's doing well. Shocker.
Um, Tampa Bay, man, they just keep continuing to hold on. They
I
just
don't know how.
they just
They
find
just
a way to
win and they
win.
just won't
They
hit.
just find a way to win.
But I mean, hey, the better teams do find a way to win. So
Good for Ibuka, Bucky Irving.
that one-handed catch was insane.
Did you hear what Baker said about it in a press conference?
What did he say again?
He said something about the one-handed catch, like these damn rookies showing off. No, but I mean,
These damn OSU receivers, excuse you.
um, I mean Sterling Shepard has looked great. Mike Evans can finally like relax for a minute, which is
Deal with that
fantastic for him.
hamstring. Yeah.
I think when this offense finally gets Chris Godwin back, it's gonna be
It'll be a
gross.
lot easier.
It'll
Oh,
be
they're gonna be disgusting.
they're gonna be gross. The defense, dude, the defense has looked phenomenal. Granted, they are now down the defensive tackle. Um, oh, what's his name? Clancy or something.
Oh, uh-huh.
You know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about? The guy out of UCLA a couple years ago. Um,
Yeah.
they're out him for the rest of the season with a torn pectoral. But I mean, Hassan Reddick at his age has looked great. Vita Vea still doing Vita Vea things. You have
This is new. Anton Winfield getting a forced fumble,
and
obviously.
then Jamal Dean coming in and getting the pick six was fantastic to end the half. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm. This is a
The Bucks are
complete.
going to run the Bucks are going to run this division again.
Yeah,
No fucking surprise.
yeah. This is looking like a complete Buccaneers team. That I think can beat anyone. Like
Any given weekend. Truly,
from what I'm
yeah.
seeing, they can beat anyone. And I kind of I want to look at their next. So they
Also, shout out Chase fucking McLaughlin for just
yeah.
putting her in the uprights.
Yeah, and he had and the Buccaneers have Philly, Seattle, and San Francisco. They go away or home away home. So they have Phillies in Tampa Bay and then they go to Seattle and then they host the 49ers. I mean,
Doable.
from what I've
Winning
seen,
two of those
doable.
games should winning at least two of those games should be the bare minimum.
I mean, if they lost to Philly next week, I wouldn't be surprised because Philly kind of
If they
had.
lost to Seattle at home, I wouldn't put it past them.
I think, but if I come back to
But
this in 3 weeks and these are all wins, I'm
they're
like I'm
6-0.
also not surprised.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they backload. The Bucks have a second half schedule that is so light, it's not even funny.
Oh my God, New Orleans, Atlanta, Carolina, Miami, Carolina again. Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's at least 11 wins, right?
I mean,
That's at least like 9, 10 wins
you
already.
open up your bye with New England at home, and then yeah, you go to Buffalo and you go to L.A. But after that, home, 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 away, away, home, and those two of those last three games being Carolina, dude, this is a great setup for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, they
Wow,
did
yeah,
they did a really good job
that's crazy.
with their schedule this year.
Yeah, I have nothing else
Yeah,
to say about the
they're
NFL. Oh, games.
yeah. Again, shout out Jordan Davis for that
Yes.
one. How fucking what's his fucking size? I just want to see. Yeah, 6'6", 336, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Did you talk about your Rams Eagles game because that was on yours for the
Oh, for like the games to watch this
yeah
week. Well, I was correct. It was one of the games you should have watched this week
yeah
because it was cinema. It
yeah
was a good fucking game. Eagles mounting a pretty big comeback, towards the end. Obviously being down 19 points and bringing it back and ending it off of yeah, wow. They scored 26 unanswered points to win this game.
yeah
26.
and
So,
and and
I
and,
mean,
and
great game overall.
just to remind everyone for Kyler's games last week, he picked Iowa Rutgers, Kansas versus West Virginia, Texas Tech Utah, and Rams Eagles. He went 1-3 on his winners.
Yes.
The only one getting Kansas. Just
Yeah.
wanna point that out.
That's very indicative of my recent pick'em
Yeah,
weeks.
because I
It's
overtook you
it's
for
very
first.
indicative. Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, not
Even because
somehow,
I've gone 3-7 on back-to-back weeks.
not somehow. I know ball.
I
Let's not be surprised.
Yeah, this is true.
And then I
This
am
is true, but
currently
like,
2 and
damn.
1 on mine, pending tonight's game. I did.
Yeah.
I mistakenly picked
Which will be
Baylor
starting here
to
in
beat
about
ASU.
an in about an hour and a half.
Yep. But setting up.
So yeah, I mean, both these teams are fantastic. This is nothing
Hmm.
new. These teams will be competing for playoff spots come when the time comes.
Yeah, for sure.
Albeit, I think the Eagles they might hit a wall later in the season once teams start to kind of figure them out a little bit because I think they are starting to get a little figured out because they've been a little inefficient on offense. But I think this game was kind of a little bit of a return to form for them.
It absolutely
So
was because they haven't been passing the first two games. AJ Brown finally came alive this game, and
yeah, he actually got the most targets this game and actually got over 100 yards. So fantasy owners
yeah,
rejoice.
yeah, me,
Fantasy owners rejoice. He is
me,
not
me, me
a fat and
rejoice.
wash. He is not fat and washed, as some people would probably like to say over the
Do
past 2 weeks.
you want to go ahead and pick your NFL games for this week?
Yep.
If you have one in mind. If you don't, then that's
There's
fine.
nothing else. Let me look at the week 4 schedule. I'm just
There's a
gonna
lot of
grab
good
this
ones
real
this
quick.
week.
Okay, some decent divisional matchups. Saints Bills. No, I'm just fucking playing. I think I'd gouge my eyes out watching that shit.
You're also not allowed to pick your team. That's a rule we
Um,
established.
this is true. Um, all right, I'm staring 2 games in the face that I think are going to be pretty good,
I
but
say you pick yours first.
I think with what we've said about these 2 teams, um, I'm going to give the nod to a 1 p.m. slot game, Eagles Bucks.
Eagles
Old
Bucks.
playoff
Okay.
rematch, an old playoff rematch. When the Eagles were the 1 seed and the Bucks were the 8 seed, and they shocked them. Mind you, that was years ago, so that bad blood has passed. But also, it's just 2 teams that are, I believe, both 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few stalwart teams remaining in that category.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 2 very good teams in their divisions.
Yes.
That again, I think are both looking really, really strong and complete now through
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Who's your
Um,
winner?
the winner. So the Eagles are 3.5 point favorites.
Okay.
If I was a gambling man,
Which you aren't.
I am not. I would take not only Bucks to cover, Bucks money line.
Okay. Okay. So he's taking the Bucks to win. Crazy.
I say, give me a Buka mossing the shit out of Cooper DeJean.
Cooper
Book it.
DeJean is not
Is
a
not
safe.
a safety.
So for my game this week, if you would have asked me this before the season started, I'm like, Bengals Broncos is gonna be the best game ever. It's gonna be game of the year. Hell fucking no. Um,
This shit sucks.
this
No, I'm just
shit's
playing.
ass. And I don't want to pick another 3-0 team, but there's a lot of games on here I like.
Ooh, I do see one that I kind of missed that I think would be good, but we'll
Tell
see.
tell me, because I don't think it's the one I'm picking.
It's a 3-0 team and a 2-1 team. I'll
Are
tell you
you
that
are,
much.
are you talking about Indiana and LA? That's fair. That was
Yeah.
the one I was thinking.
hmm
But
So we'll give it
honestly,
the honorable mention stamp.
honorable mention to Indiana and LA. Honestly, the game like I'm excited to see because I think this game could be really good. Chicago Vegas, I think we saw Vegas has not put it together yet, but against the Patriots and last week against the Commanders, they had bright spots. Chicago just is off a really good win against Dallas. They're going to LA. I really, really like kind of more Geno Smith, more Ashton Genty at home. Like this is a game I'm excited for.
Interesting. So who's going to come out the ultimate victor of the 1 and 2 matchup?
I think this is the game where Bears get to 500. I think I
Taking
th-
Chicago?
I
Yeah.
think I think I'm gonna take Chicago, even though Max Crosby is Jesus, and you know, I'm still really high on Ashton Genty. I do really really like the Bears and
He's the
how they've looked recently. Romeo Odunze, man, has just been electric.
Oh yeah, he's been lighting it up all week. DJ
Yeah,
Moore's been a little quiet as of late,
but that's
but
fine.
Rome's been going crazy.
Rome's been going
So,
crazy. Luther Burden is really starting to work his own. Like,
oh, he had a game last week. That was
oh yeah,
insane.
that 75-yard touchdown was gorgeous.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, but my honorable mention is obviously the Bengal Denver game because I do want to see how my team bounces back. Because if they don't, then they don't.
Yeah.
And then obviously Colts Rams I think is gonna be fucking cinema.
That is going to be a good those 2 good teams going against each other.
Yeah.
Everything else kind of good team versus
Well, Houston,
worst.
Tennessee, someone's gonna have to win.
True. Someone's going to get a win.
Um,
That's the ass off though, low
yeah,
key.
yeah, true. But those are fun. Those are fun.
Those are the fun games, admittedly. The 2 and 12s versus the 4 and 11s
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, those are the shit. Okay, bye bye NFL. I don't care anymore. Okay,
All
bye.
right.
Ooh, all right. I got a game that we should talk about staring me right in the face. Actually, I have two in a row that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
sitting right here at the
yeah,
top.
yeah. You have your two games or two of your games.
What were they again? Please remind
Rutgers,
me.
Iowa, and Utah T Tech were on your list.
Oh, yeah, I should talk about those first because one of them ended how or not. Both of these panned out not how I would expect
Yep.
actually. Um, so I watched Iowa Rutgers at um a nice little bar in Ohio on 4th Street called Suzuki's. And what I did not expect to
I'm gonna start
see,
crying.
what I did not expect to see was 750 total yards of offense.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I don't care.
And
I don't care
I
what
loved
football you
watching
like.
every single
Yeah,
second of
it
it.
was fucking amazing.
That was amazing. Mark Gronowski had a in like don't get me wrong, they don't pass much. That's not Iowa's thing. I don't care. The fact he rushed for 3 tutties is kind of nuts. Like really nuts. Callie McManus looked all right. Actually, no, he looked pretty good. Iowa's defense is really, really good. This is Big Ten defense. This is Big Ten play. Obviously Callie McManus isn't like that guy, and he's not going to be like a highly touted QB recruiter or
Mhm.
anything. But like for what the Rutgers want to do, he's doing a great job.
Mhm.
I think he is. I think I can say this with confidence. I think he is a top 5 QB in the Big Ten. And I don't think that's like a super duper hot debate.
Um,
It might be a hot debate. I don't know. But I think
he's
in that
not in
top 5
my he's not in
area,
my top 5, but he's definitely in a top 5 position, I'll say.
because, well, oh yeah, let's see, USC, Indiana, Oregon, Michigan, OSU, Penn State.
I would
Yeah.
take the Washington quarterback over him too. The Washington quarterback fucking
I think top half. I think top half is a better, I think top half is a better,
I'll give you top 8. I'll,
isn't that the top half? Aren't there
I don't know
16
how many
teams in the Big
fucking
Ten?
teams are in this division anymore, dude.
It sure as shit ain't 10 anymore.
Or conference. There's so fucking many.
Sure as shit ain't fucking 10 anymore,
It
which is
sure as
bullshit.
shit is not.
But regardless, this was a lot more offense than I expected. And I was here for it because it means, both teams have the resources
Mhm.
to play good offense. I think Iowa's more balanced attack is going to lend them to a better game plan in the future. Um, but I mean, we can't discount rushing from the Rutgers either. They have a
Mhm.
good running back room,
Mhm.
all things
They were
considered.
just shut down.
Yeah, I mean, but it's fucking Iowa, so you kind of have to you have to expect that to some degree from them, and that's the thing. Um, but again, really great game from two good teams that are going to be, I think, decent dark horse spoilers for some of the upper tier Big Ten teams. I don't think they will be true competition for any of the top tier Big Ten teams, and that's
Mhm.
fine. Like they could probably keep a game like somewhat close, but I think expecting them to win is a little far fetched. But if you take those like upper middle tier teams in the Big Ten and put them against these guys, they very much have a shot to, take home maybe a shocking win or something that Vegas doesn't expect. So expect these two to play dark horse in the Big Ten this year. And I think they will be very good bowl eligible teams. So that is
Yeah.
my takeaway from this game.
Yeah.
Um, and again,
I
fucking cinema.
yeah,
Great
no.
way to end off. Great way to end off 22.
Yeah, no. I completely agree. This was a really good game by both teams even though Rutgers I honestly thought Rutgers being at home they were going to be able to sneak this one out. Iowa was ready, man, and they're looking like a team where they're not. I don't think either of these teams will ever touch ranked atmosphere. Um,
No.
but I think they're like you said, they're going to be those higher end bowl tier type of teams, and we will see that when we get closer to the season. Iowa. I looked at their schedule once already. Well, first of all, they have the Hoosiers. Um,
Which is scary.
yeah, But Iowa's going through the fucking gauntlet not named Ohio State and Michigan.
Mhm.
Indiana on the 27th, and then they have a bye week where they go to Wisconsin, host Penn State, host Minnesota, host Oregon, so a 3-game homestand.
With
And,
two top 10 teams, by the way.
and then you go immediately after that, you go to USC.
Yeah, cross the country to USC. That's fucked.
Yeah, no. Iowa I think will be lucky at 6-6. After that, they have a
But I think they will be a really good 6-6 team. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
no, they'll have a great cushion. And then Rutgers, they have a harder backloaded schedule. Um, so they have 2 away games at Minnesota and Washington, and then immediately host Oregon. No breaks, no nothing. I think they
Really
already
rough.
did. They have their bye week already? Or no, no,
Uh,
no. It's late. It's late. It's third week of November. They have their bye week.
oh yeah, it's between Maryland and they have their bye week and then they do the
Yeah,
big
and
gauntlet.
they also go to Purdue. I don't really like Rutgers in that situation, but we'll talk about Purdue later. Um, then they go to Illinois, and then they host Maryland, but then they go to Ohio State and then host Penn. Dude, I don't know.
Rutgers,
Rutgers has a
they might be an unfortunate victim of the system.
if they go 6-6, they're gonna have to steal 2 out of 3 of these away games and then beat Maryland.
Which like Maryland's playing pretty hot right now.
I mean, Minnesota is not looking terrible. Washington is not looking terrible. Purdue
Yeah.
just put up 30 against Notre Dame. Like, dude, this is a hard schedule.
Yeah. I think Wisconsin's a pretty easy win for them though, for sure.
Um,
I guess they well, actually, you know
Mar-
what?
Rutgers
Maybe
don't.
they could.
Rutgers does not play Wisconsin. Iowa plays Wisconsin.
Oh, Iowa plays. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Iowa should beat Wisconsin
You're
very
good. You're
handily.
good. You're good. You're good.
Actually, you know what? I think they could beat Maryland because I think Wisconsin is like a lower tier Big Ten team at this moment in time with how they like with their
Absolutely.
strength of roster.
Absolutely.
And they did only beat Wisconsin by 17, and they only beat NIU by 11. So
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
always a
think
toss up
Rutgers
with
has
these.
more of a chance to take that Maryland game.
It's always a
So we'll
toss up
see.
with these bottom Big Ten teams. Absolutely.
We'll see. So I think they could take. I think they definitely will take the Maryland game for sure, and
Yeah,
we'll just have to
yeah,
see how
but
pan
that's the
out
problem is the other
these
non-ranked games
Big
they
Ten
play
games.
are all away.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah, and yeah, you are right. They need to win at least two because their home slate is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So I say look out for these teams for dark horse contention, but
I think
definitely gonna be a tough road for them just in the conference
I
they're
wouldn't
in.
even say dark horse contention, just in spoiler. These two
Yeah,
teams could play spoiler, but from Rutgers, that run game needs to get even more established. For Iowa, they looked complete, but at the
yeah.
same time, you have to say, okay, what does that look like compared to other teams? Because you can look complete against Rutgers. Does that mean you're going to look complete against USC? Does that mean you're going to look complete against Oregon or even like,
Illinois or
yeah,
Indiana
yeah,
or
any
anything
of these
like
other
that.
stronger teams?
Yeah, again, that upper slash top tier competition. You need to see how they because don't get me wrong, like again, Iowa's a good team and Kirk Ferentz is a great coach.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
a
the longest
fantastic
tenured
coach
coach in the NCAA
for a
for
reason.
a reason. Same with Greg. I mean, Greg Schiano's been there for a while too. So it's
Yeah,
again, don't count either of these coaches out. They are there and tenured for a reason.
absolutely,
All right, moving on to game number 2, Texas Tech Utah. What a performance by Texas Tech.
Absolutely.
Un Unbelievable. Obviously, I believe. Let's see. Texas Tech had a QB switch halfway through the game. I should mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I believe it was part of the way through the game, if I'm looking at these stats correctly and just kind of assuming things. Um, but Utah, the lights were too bright. They fell apart at home,
Yep.
which is really really rough. Um, and it begs the question of what does this come down to? Does this come down to a Dampier problem? Does this come down to a somewhat well, it was a very spread out rushing attack, which I don't know if that's the answer really, because you can't let any one guy really get established now at that point. Um, or if it's a coaching thing. I truly don't know. All I'll say is that this is a massive step back for Utah,
Yeah.
and they need to recover if they want to have hopes in the Big 12 like they did coming into this week.
Oh, for sure.
Um, Texas Tech, they paid all that money for a fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just like once they subbed out, and brought in, or wait, hold on, what the fuck? Yeah, it looks like Morton just had a rough game and they subbed Hammond in. So, but it looks like they're kind of running a little bit of a two QB system. It's not really. I mean, the yardage difference is very, very much like night and day here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we'll see how that pans out. But I mean, Texas Tech's defense. I mean, you get the 2 picks, obviously. No sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So good on Utah for at least holding them there. But you make Utah go 4 and 14 on third down, 0 and 2 on fourth down, um, and you were more efficient with them, more efficient in the passing game. I will say Texas Tech needs to clean up the penalties. You cannot have 14 penalties in a game for 120 yards. That is atrocious. That will lose you. That will lose you any other game that you're not getting four fucking turnovers. Which, by the way, Texas Tech also turned over the ball twice, but that's because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of I think there's things that Texas Tech needs to improve of, but I think they can at least take this win and feel confident that okay, we paid all this money and I think things will pan out okay.
I
Admittedly, this game was really close up until the fourth quarter.
yeah.
Then they really opened up, but that's because they took Morton out of the game.
I would say that Texas Tech right now looks like the best Big 12 team.
Yep. Yeah, because I had previously said that looked to be Utah at the moment, but Texas Tech has shut that down entirely.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
are definitely they are I think I'm not going to say far and away because you still have your BYUs, you still have your Arizona States
Kansas
that are
is still there,
still
in my opinion.
Kansas, yeah. Um so I'm not going to say they're far and away the best team, but I am with you on that one. I think Texas Tech with this game and the dominant performance, I think they very much showed that they're here to win this conference again.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's not
Yeah, for sure.
ASU's time to go back to back right now.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's their time.
For sure. I agree.
So this game did not pan out how I thought, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's still a good
Um,
game.
it was a very good game up until the end, and
Yeah.
it happens. So good on Texas Tech for that one.
For
So
sure. Um
all right, let's talk about your games of the week, and then we'll kind of jump to other
Q's
stuff that we might
Clemson
have
it was
missed.
on my list.
Oh yeah.
Na 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 na
Na
na na
na na
na
na
na.
na.
Hey
Hey,
hey
hey,
hey.
hey. Fuck you,
Goodbye. Yeah,
Dabo.
so true. All right.
Get shit on, you motherfucker.
After single-handedly blowing a program, the Qs walked in to Clemson and just kicked their motherfucking teeth in. I mean, I think people went into this game. I mean, Clemson took Tennessee to 3.5 quarters. I was so impressed with how Angeli played, with how Willis played. Even though, yes, the Clemson running back Randall did a phenomenal job on the ground. He looks
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, they were very efficient in that
This
aspect of things.
Syracuse offense looked great, and when you look at the defensive side of the ball, Clemson got to the quarterback 3 separate times, no picks. But on Syracuse's side, there's only one pick, one sack, and when you look at the team box scores, um, you know, third down conversions weren't really in favor of anyone. Fourth down conversions, Clemson obviously didn't get it four
Yeah, one of
times.
five was ugh.
Yeah. but the yards were pretty good. The plays weren't really anything crazy. The passing
The
yards,
efficiency was
obviously,
very similar, minus the rushing
yeah,
efficiency was a little different, but
yeah,
like
like,
passing efficiency was the same. Penalty amounts were like pretty much the same.
yeah,
Obviously, the two turnovers are kind of
but that's it.
somewhat your deciding factor. Besides, I think the fourth downs and the turnovers are the deciding factors here.
Yeah, but like the fact that Syracuse could walk in and turn the game on its head like this,
Oh
crazy.
yeah, Clemson was like, oh, we've had a real tough couple of weeks, but we're gonna bounce back and take on Q's at home. We just had a really crushing loss to G Tech after a really
Yeah,
rough week against Troy, after a really crushing loss at home against LSU.
yeah,
Now
it's just
you're one
snowballing.
and two at home, and the only win you have is against a really not that good Troy team
Yeah, and that was because you were able to reset momentum because of a weather
because of
delay.
weather delay. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, man.
So
That's
I, I mean,
I'm not impressed.
it's that 53-minute press conference that Dabo had at the beginning of the season where he's like, "Oh, I could leave, but I'm taking all these national championships with me." Doesn't fucking matter anymore, dude. What matters is right now.
Yeah,
And clearly, you're too caught up in the past to deal with the right now. Don't get
yeah,
me wrong. You went out and used the transfer portal and got a lot of these picks that, a lot of people were like, "Okay, this is going to pan out." That those natty aspirations are looking reasonable.
yeah.
And now suddenly you have lost to two unranked teams. You lost to LSU at home when they weren't really playing their best, and
No,
you
not at
almost
all.
lost. You almost lost to Troy at home, and again, you only won because of a weather delay. I mean, this some people would think this is fucking heresy saying this.
Go for it.
Dabo does not have it anymore.
No, no, and I don't even think
He is
that's
too
heresy.
caught
I
up.
just think that's
He
the
is too caught
truth.
up in the past. He is too caught up with his own past accomplishments that he is now no longer able to accomplish anything now.
Yeah, I mean, look, man,
This was supposed to be their year, and it is now a disaster.
yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. This is definitely the worst Clemson has looked in years. Am I happy
This is
about it?
last year's FSU
Absolutely.
all over again. Oh, I am here for this downfall. I am so
Yeah.
glad Dabo can bitch and moan endlessly about this. And guess what? The When he points the finger out, three of them are pointing right back at him.
So true. That's so true.
So
Yeah.
I think I think well, okay. I will say I think that Cade Klubnik has been doing fine. But also the way he's playing the game and calling up 60 passes in a game.
Yeah, you're putting too much on your quarterback when you have proven that your rushing game is there. So
Yeah,
I don't think this is necessarily a Cade Klubnik problem. I think this is also a coaching problem. They are not using this roster effectively
it's a play
at all.
calling and coaching for sure.
I'm also playing Clash right now, so if I look a little distracted, that's why.
So real. Um, Obviously you had Brian Wesco doing his thing. Nothing
Absolutely.
really too crazy about that. TJ Moore, 17 targets is really really odd, especially when Brian Wesco is very much your number one.
For sure.
Like like everyone was like, "Oh, Brian Wesco, blah 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 blah." Blah. This is their guy this year. And
Yeah.
Moore is obviously part of that wide receiver core that everyone thought was going to be like really really good this year.
Uh-huh.
But like 17 targets, 8 receptions is just I don't know.
Yeah. No,
It's it's
I
it's
hear
not
you.
something
I
sexy.
I hear you. I really do.
So, nah, good on Big Orange for winning this one.
I agree.
Tigers, I mean this is last year's FSU team all over again.
For sure.
Tenured coach, lot of some transfer portal. I think it's a little different in that obviously Clemson's roster is a little more tenured
Yeah.
than Florida State's last year because Florida State was like 80%
Yeah.
transfer portal
Oh
last
yeah.
year, and
Yeah.
that's why they fell apart. I think the transfer portal is not the reason why Clemson is falling. Again, I think it is a coaching thing. Truly and honestly, I think I think
Yeah.
there is only a certain handful of people to be pointed at, and I believe all of them go towards the coaching staff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I completely agree. This
So Clemson is out of running for the ACC. I'm calling it right
I
now. They're not
completely
coming back
agree.
from this. They have already, I think they're already down, what, 2 games in the ACC?
Yes.
Yeah, they are 0-2 in ACC play. They are with the likes of Stanford and Virginia Tech and Boston College.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
That is not company you want to be a part of,
Nope.
especially when you have Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech, well, Syracuse now in this running, Louisville even. Um, you have your no, I'm not going to say SMU. They've been ugh, worse
Yeah.
than expected. But again, these top 4 teams plus Louisville, or yeah, these top 4 teams in the ACC, G Tech, Miami, Florida State, Louisville.
Mhm.
These are guys that you're supposed to be looking on par with, and right now you're looking on par with a team that's running Kyron Drones at quarterback, a Stanford team that has Matt Reich as their interim head coach for only this year
Yep.
because they fired their coach halfway through training camp,
Yep.
and eternal 6-6 gods, Boston College.
Yeah.
You are in some of the worst company in Power 4 football, truly.
Oh, for sure.
And for a guy that has what, 4 national titles, I believe, something like that. I mean, you've raised some of like the best rosters ever seen in ACC football. Get your head out of your fucking ass
Yeah.
and get it the fuck together if you want to save your season entirely. Like again, they need to win out. This is a like
Yeah.
and I think they need to win out at least pretty convincingly
Yeah, no,
now.
for sure, for sure. I think Clemson has lost all leverage when we're talking about a postseason, when we're talking about an ACC championship. This team doesn't even look like a bowl team, man. They look horrible.
Barely. Yeah. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to Fran Brown. He has really brought Q's into the spotlight of the
Oh,
ACC
for sure.
in recent years. And I think that got kickstarted a little bit by Kyle McCord coming in and helping out with them last season. I
Yeah.
mean, he almost led the CFB in passing yards. I believe he was top 5 towards the end of the year, maybe even top 3,
I'm not
if I'm not
entirely
mistaken.
sure.
He was he had crazy passing stats last year. I'll
Oh,
tell you
for
that
sure.
much.
For sure he did.
Um, so I think look out for Q's in the future. But I'm not going to put them into my ACC title game hopes. Obviously, that still belongs to Miami, FSU, G Tech, those 3 at the moment. Um, but I think Q's will find a nice, healthy spot in the upper echelons of the ACC, and
For
they will be
sure.
a very good. I think they will be a very good bowl team, and I think if they keep the momentum running, because let's see the rest of their schedule. They play Duke this week, SMU, Pitt. They're at G Tech, which is going to be a tough game, versus UNC, at Miami, at Notre Dame, versus Boston College. So, but I mean, with how atrocious Notre Dame is, which we'll get into that,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, they could sniff a New Year's Bowl if they played well enough.
Absolutely they could.
Um, but if nothing else, they will be a very good bowl eligible team. I see their future having probably 8-9 wins. So we'll
I
see if they keep this momentum
yeah,
going.
for sure. Um
Good for them, and also good on Steve Angeli and
yeah.
everyone else. So,
So my Ole Miss Tulane game is down here, which I'll talk about in a second. I just want to give a couple
oof.
of like quick synopsis. Um, Tennessee UAB. I am I this
I
affected my place of where I put Tennessee, not because
yeah,
of I think they're bad, but because of I think UAB's offense got underrated. Um, Memphis,
interesting.
I told y'all these American teams. Memphis is looking sharp. They just took Arkansas. Yes, it was a fumble. It doesn't fucking matter how they won. They beat Arkansas. This is a huge win
It's
for
a
the Memphis
it's a
program.
Power 4 team. It's a Power 5 team beating or Group of 5 team beating a Power 4 team. That is not something that happens often.
No. So
I don't
I'm
care. I don't care how good. I don't care how good or how bad
yeah.
Arkansas is in the SEC, it is
Hmm.
still the fucking SEC.
Yep, they're there
You
for a
are
reason.
still talking a top tier conference,
Hmm.
and even a mid team in a top tier conference will still run any Power 5 or any Group of 5 conference. And
Yeah,
I will stand on that business till
yeah.
I die.
North Texas looks fantastic. I think their
They lit it
record,
up.
their I think their schedule doesn't prove justice to how good this team actually is. Have they won two overtime games to not great teams? Absolutely.
Better teams find a way to win. I don't care.
Exactly.
I do not.
North Texas looks like they are going to be with Memphis in fighting for the American. I think Navy won't really hold a chance once it comes to really true conference play, and I'm excited
care.
for North Texas, for South Florida to still be in this, for Rice to be in this, for Memphis to be in this. Tulane still hasn't even played a conference game. Dude, I'm on the American this year, and I'm watching it all season long.
Yeah.
If you want to watch good football, and I mean this wholeheartedly, if you want to watch good football where teams scrap and fight tooth and nail to win, watch the American Conference. It is so good.
They love brutalizing each other, and it's
It,
insane
it's
how much they
awesome.
do.
It's awesome.
It's
Um,
it's a beautiful thing.
and then I wanted to just touch on Oregon to Oregon State. Finally, I'm seeing convincing play out of Oregon. I don't care that it
Yep.
was 32 points. This is still a game for them every year that they mark on their calendar, that they
I mean, that
deem
defense
important.
just shut them down. I mean, Oregon State literally had fucking nothing.
I'm finally seeing convincing play out of Oregon, and it makes me happy as a Big Ten supporter to see this.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Also, before I get into the Tulane Ole Miss game, shout out Troy, bounce back win against Buffalo. I knew you guys had it in you. All
Yep.
right,
And again, Buffalo's a very good
MAC team.
MAC
MAC
team.
team,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. They're
Yeah.
they're the most North MAC team. No, that's a lie. Some of the Michigan teams are higher.
Yeah.
They are a MAC team, yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
In the NCAA 24 game, that's where my first ever quarterback went. He went to Buffalo and then to LSU. Crazy, crazy.
Crazy
Um,
switch up, by the way. Sorry, touching on Oregon State
go
for a
for it.
second. I think Oregon State is one of the most tragically terrible teams in all of football.
Oh,
Truly.
absolutely, absolutely.
This is a dark, dark age for this program, and I don't think it will get better until the Pac-12 comes together a little more.
Which it
So Oregon
will
State fans
starting next season.
expect it to, yeah, Oregon State fans expect it to keep being bad. Malik Murphy is not panning out how they want it. I mean, 5 of 18 for 68 is fucking
Horrible.
horrendous. So yeah, that was, but yeah, good on Oregon for just bringing it to him. 585 yards, just
Yeah, pedal
I
to
mean,
the metal.
insane performance. Yeah. So I think they've earned their spot in the top 5 finally, or top
Yes,
6 finally.
they're in my top four, but we'll get into that. Um,
That's for later.
okay,
Ole Miss Tulane. Oh, you
Tulane.
poor Green Wave.
Tulane, my babies, my baby boys. So
Oh, you
far,
poor
I've
Green
had two
Wave.
teams that I've been rooting for just crumble. Oh, man. And honestly, I overestimated how well Tulane is. They were just completely outmatched this game. Chambliss still looks fantastic for Ole
Yep.
Miss. I am
Yep. I'm seeing the vision.
I am seeing the Ole Miss train until it falls off the track. Because
I
honestly,
mean, it's Lane Kiffin. He always puts together incredible offenses.
he also whines like a little bitch, but that's whatever.
He
Um,
does. You get results.
you do. I'm not denying that. Um, I mean, Ole Miss was just steamrolling Chambliss with 300 in the air, 112 on the ground. Lacey getting the touchdowns that he always gets. Alexander, I mean, this is just a complete Ole Miss team. We look at the defensive side of the ball. I don't even think they got. I don't think Tulane even got. No, Tulane got no sacks.
Neither did Ole Miss, though.
Neither did Ole Miss, but this is also an Ole Miss team that isn't super known for their pressure, and this is also a young Ole Miss team. Ole Miss has had a lot of seniors and juniors
Yeah.
leave for the draft recently.
Hmm.
And what I will say,
That's why they were sniffing the playoffs in recent years, is because of those
yeah,
older tenured
yeah,
guys.
this Ole Miss team looks for real.
They've
I'm
reloaded.
I'm in
I don't
yeah
even think they needed to like restart. They reloaded.
Yeah, no, and I am impressed. I'm starting to see a vision out of Ole Miss that I didn't think I would ever see, but this
I didn't think
is
I'd see it this year. I thought Ole Miss would fly under the radar. I thought they'd be decent. I
for
thought they would
sure.
do their thing
For
in the SEC,
sure.
but they're showing up and showing out.
Oh,
So
absolutely
good
they
on them
are.
for that. I and I think with you mentioning to them with you mentioning them to me last week, I started to kind of keep a closer eye on them,
Uh-huh.
and I think that affected my rankings this week. I
Yeah,
really think it
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So I am putting stock and faith in Ole Miss. I really am. Yeah, Retzloff looked horrible today.
Yeah,
He looked
yeah.
fucking
He did.
horrendous.
He
Which,
did.
to be fair, he has had not a great set of performances throughout the year, but
No,
he
he
didn't need,
hasn't.
he didn't need, he didn't need to do that much. Tulane was still winning those games, but
Yeah,
this is where it came to bite them in the ass really bad.
absolutely. And it just kind of sucks overall because this is a game where you would have liked to seen Tulane be. I mean, Ole Miss was only 13 and a half point favorites. This is a game where Tulane was supposed to be competitive and unfortunately they just weren't
In the
given.
slightest.
Yeah, they just didn't. And that's what it is. No one I don't think they're really faulted for that. I just think that's just how it went down and it sucks.
Also, three straight drives going to turnover on downs does not help your late game momentum.
It
I will say
absolutely does not. That is a true statement. I'm sorry,
that is a killer.
I'm in overtime in a Clash game. I gotta win.
I mean, seriously, Ole Miss, they scored on every single drive except for two of them that didn't end the game.
Yeah,
It was a punt in the third quarter and a fumble on their second to last drive of the game.
yeah. No, I mean, look, man.
They scored
I'll say
every
it before.
single
I'll
time.
say it before. I was impressed. This was an Ole Miss team that impressed me, and
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
not because I was high on Tulane, but because I underestimated Ole Miss. I genuinely think that
Yeah.
this is this is a
Tulane is one of the best group of five teams out there, and they have
yeah
been for a decent while. So,
yeah
Ole Miss really just putting the foot on their neck and just saying,
yeah
"You're my bitch tonight."
yeah absolutely.
So
I will
that
say,
was
rip my
that
green
was
waves.
a little
I'll
bit
remake you again in college football. I'll do it again.
I
Don't worry.
that sounds like some FNAF type shit. Like I will make you
I
better.
will make you better. Um,
I will fix you. Um. While I'm just opening up games that I actually want to go in depth on, I'll do some like highlight reel.
go for it.
Um, Fort Kent State. I think again, Florida State's offense looks fucking electric. They deserve to be in the upper echelons right now. They look unstoppable.
Western Michigan, Toledo, bro.
I can't believe Toledo choked that
I
away. I was
can't
just
fucking
about to talk
believe
about
it.
that.
Oh
They
my
shot
god.
themselves in the foot so bad. I remember it ended in like a really crazy
It
fashion. I
was
just can't remember
terrible. Oh my god.
how.
I was shocked.
Shout out Chip Trayanum though, OSU legend.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Chip.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they went for two and got it
Uh-huh.
to end the game.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
a team that didn't get it on going for two in a little bit. Don't you fucking worry.
Yeah. Shout out Duke, I think. Or yeah, shout out Duke for getting a win there.
That was a good win.
I didn't know if they beat NC State, and
I
I
picked
think
I, I picked NC State.
that was a very gutsy game. Even though NC State looked kind of like the better offensive team, Duke's defense really stepped up. I think Darian Mensah looked really good again.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and the Duke rushing attack looked really good. They had obviously had Castle and Shepard going for 92 and 61 yards.
Yep.
So again, a really great game. But also, I don't think this loss is really a knock against NC State. I think NC State is also a good team. I think it's just their defense sold them a little bit. I
Mhm.
think their defense sold them on this game.
Oh, for sure.
Um, both of these teams are very good ACC teams,
Uh-huh.
and I think expect both these teams to be good bowl teams.
Yeah,
I'll say
for
that
sure.
much.
For sure.
UNC is off to a start I did not expect. 2-2,
Yeah.
losing to Scott Frost back in the CFB for his first year in years. And mind you, UCF, they're 3-0 right now, but I
Yeah.
also wasn't super high on them going into this year.
I wasn't either.
I was high on UNC, and right now that train has come crashing back down.
For sure.
So Bill needs to take some stock on things and come
Yeah.
back. a little bit and needs to kind of figure things out a lot.
Excuse
Um,
me.
last game before we get into like the crazy top tier stuff. Shout out East Michigan for gutting one out against Louisiana to get their first win of the year.
Where do you see that?
That was a really Eastern Michigan.
Oh no, never mind. I see it.
The
I
Raging
see it. I
Cajuns.
see it. I see it.
Yep. That was a really good game. Lot of good offense.
For sure.
Both two good uh Group of 5 teams. I think they're better than the record indicates, obviously because a lot of the Power 5 teams get brutalized because of the non-conference schedule.
Yeah,
Um, so we'll see how those teams pan out. But yeah, shout out to Eastern Michigan for getting that.
for sure. All right.
So I
Purdue.
have 3 games pulled up, and
Okay.
Purdue is one of them.
Purdue Notre Dame. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Um, you got it.
Okay. I was gonna say we can alternate. So whoever starts first, so you can start the next one, which I think I know. Um. Okay. I'm officially saying it. I'm worried about Notre Dame. I was worried about them before. That's why I ranked them at 25. Dude, this Notre Dame team should not have less passing yards than Purdue. It doesn't matter how it happens. Did they blow them out of the water in rush yards? Yes. It's almost like they have the best 1-2 punch in college football. They're supposed to do that. This is
Arguably the best one too.
arguably the best 1-2 punch. I think it is. Price and Love are the best running back duo. I mean, this Purdue defense did nothing. They had 1 sack, and that was it. You see the Notre Dame defense, 2 picks, a total of 2 sacks. I I don't know how you can expect a 16-point second quarter out of Purdue. I don't understand where
And that was
you.
before rain delay too.
Yeah, that was before Randall. I don't know where you think that this is just going to happen. Like, what are you thinking about when you're going into this game? You're on your heels. This is at home. The
Yeah,
spread was 24.5. You
you barely
barely
covered.
covered. And normally
Anyone that bet the over, congratulations to you though.
and normally what do we say around here, Kyler? Good teams win, great teams cover.
Yep.
This is an embarrassing cover, and I'll say that first. And this is not because of I am biased toward Notre Dame. I'll admit that right now. I watched this game. Carr did not 12 12 12
12 passing
attempts.
attempts.
Did he throw the ball accurately? Yes, he did. But this is not a team you can play around with.
With more.
When you're on your heels like this, you need to show up. I'm sorry. I'm still not high on them. I have Notre Dame out of my top 25 after this win. I don't care.
I believe they're also out of mine, but let me double check.
I just
Yes, I
I
believe
can't
so.
I can't be high on a team that lets a nothing of a Big 10 school drop 30 on them. I'm sorry.
With the new head coach, by the way.
If I'm as an Ohio State fan. If we let Arkansas drop 30 on us, but we win by 20, I don't care. That's a bad game. Sorry, that's my thought process.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's called
100%.
standards here, people. Let's learn about it.
Hmm.
But anyway, Jeremiah Love looked good. Price is still the
Jordan
second.
Price looked good.
Price is the best running back two in the nation.
Excuse
And
me.
yeah, Brown didn't
I
look
mean,
horrible for Purdue.
Jordan Faison looked great. I will
Oh
say
yeah,
that much.
absolutely, absolutely
But
he
we
did.
Ben knew this. He
Yeah,
looked really good in their playoff run last year,
for
so this is
sure.
not surprising.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's all I have to say about
Um,
Notre Dame.
I think you hit the nail right on the head. 379 yards to a Purdue team that was looking dead in the water and just fucking hopeless. I mean, I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the Big Ten this year. Obviously, UCLA is taking that title right now, but Purdue had to be like slated as a bottom 3 team. They were atrocious last year, and I thought they were going to be atrocious this year. They still are atrocious. Don't get it twisted. This, or sorry, it's here on
Mm-hmm.
my screen.
Mm-hmm.
This, don't get it twisted. This does not look good. Because also, again, you mentioned this. It's in Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Your atmosphere should be shutting them down like nobody's business. Because why are we letting why are we letting Purdue run trick plays where Devin Mockabee throws a passing touchdown? You're letting a running back throw a passing touchdown. You're getting hit with the Philly fucking special, my brother in Christ. What is up with that? Huh? Only passing the ball 12 times. You should be airing that motherfucker out. I don't care. You're not playing with Riley Leonard anymore. You are playing with CJ Carr. CJ Carr is not a discount RB1. I'm sorry. I I don't know what Marcus Freeman is cooking up over there, but I swear to God, it's like he sees CJ Carr and he's like, "Oh, this is Riley Leonard back for his 7th fucking year." What are you doing? Like, I just again, don't get me wrong, they were very efficient in the passing game.
I,
Very efficient.
I need to.
But at the same time, like, if you're being efficient, air that bitch out. Anyways, you were saying.
Jason Kelsey is currently in the Ravens marching band pregame. Just wanna throw that out there to everyone.
What in the bro, why is he just completing side quests?
Because he's on the fucking broadcast crew now. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. I'm sorry, that was really funny.
True. Anyways, speaking of broadcast crews, bleh, shout out Pat McAfee for taking the dive in Miami. That was funny.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I love that.
That was great.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have to talk about this game. I'm still not high on Notre Dame because I
I'm
have
not at
yet to
all.
see something convincing.
Mhm.
Look,
They
they
look
go to
overrated
Arkansas.
again.
They go to Arkansas. You win
Win
there.
that game.
Memphis just beat them. You win that game
Cover.
and you cover. And then you what? You host Boise State and NC State, and then you go to USC. Finish the October
You
month.
host USC.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh my
Do not
god.
lose. Do not lose a game in the month of October. If you lose a game in the month of October,
I'm out.
pack it up.
Yeah, no,
Pack it up.
yeah,
See ya.
I'm
Bye.
out.
You're done.
Yeah,
You're getting to a bowl and everyone's gonna be like, oh haha, look at Notre Dame. They didn't make the playoff, dumbass.
yeah, no, dude, you're gonna
I'm
have to
wrong.
win out the month of October convincingly.
Also this strength of schedule is atrocious.
At this point, just join the ACC, bro.
Join the fucking ACC.
All of your other fucking sports play in the ACC. At this point, just fucking join it. Join a
Because you're screwing
conference.
yourself. You're screwing yourself with this. Because why are you playing a random American team in late November and then playing an ACC schedule at the end of the year?
I don't fucking know, man.
Like, you
I
play-
hate Notre Dame. I hate them so much.
They need to man up and get in a fucking conference already.
No,
this shit
no,
has to be
that's what
fucking
makes it.
done.
First of all, they're only 5.5 point favorites to beat Arkansas. That's what the books are saying.
Yeah, if I hear anyone say, "Oh, but it's good for the sport and the blah, 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 blah,"
It's not, though.
you're an idiot.
It just
Shut the
isn't.
fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm done with it, man.
Shut
Anyway,
the hell
we're
up.
moving on. We got shit to talk about. We're moving on.
Yes.
The game right under that, I assume.
Actually, Auburn, Oklahoma.
Okay, I got thoughts.
We've got some controversy here, people.
I got thoughts on that game. If you
Um,
would be so kind,
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you start this one as well,
Yeah.
and then I'll start the next two.
do that. So, I'm sure by now, if you are watching this,
Everyone has
Um,
seen and heard about it, but I'll pull it up anyways.
there is a touchdown that should not have counted, giving Oklahoma a 7-point victory. Granted, it didn't happen at the end of the game. It was just in the second quarter, I believe, correct?
Yeah, the game was 3-3.
It was 3-3. It was the first touchdown. Santigna. Excuse me.
Yeah.
First of all, hell of a game for him. Mateer
we're seeing
looked
the
okay.
goals.
Arnold didn't look bad.
Yeah.
I think honestly, given that touchdown, dude, Auburn might have walked away with this one. That's so
Might have.
shitty. That is so shitty. And I feel bad because this is an Auburn team where I've actually been excited to kind of see some things out of them. We talked about we need to see more out of Jackson Arnold. We need to see more out of the defense. We saw that.
Yep. Okay, here we go. I have the play pulled up.
And this was an
finally.
Oklahoma defense who got 1.5.
10 sacks.
10 sacks. 10.
10 sacks. I counted them before earlier today. I wanted to make sure.
Compared to
10
Auburn's
sacks. One sack.
No picks
This was a
thrown.
winnable game.
This was such a winnable game, and it sucks because they. I mean,
Everyone's gonna put it on that reffing decision, but like, it's that early in the game. You have time to adjust to the
and they
conditions.
did because
So
they scored a touchdown to end the half. It was tied.
yeah,
It
yeah.
just,
So I don't think they
dude,
can really.
they sputtered.
Yeah.
The Auburn O line looked atrocious. That's all I really have to say about this game is the Auburn O line looked so horrible that this was a winnable, graspable game, and they fucking sputtered.
Oh, the third quarter, they looked disgusting. They
It was
put
so
up
bad.
a total of 45 yards in the third quarter, and it was all on one drive. They sputtered in the third quarter hard. So again, good teams find a way to win. Better teams find a way to cover. Oklahoma did technically cover,
Yeah.
even though it was a safety at the end of the game, which I think is really funny.
Look, man, they they did it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But I will say, Mateer looked good. Both teams' rushing attacks looked terrible. Admittedly, Oklahoma's rushing attack is weaker than Auburn's, so that's for them. That's not as big of a deal.
Um,
Um,
I need to say something. This is NFL
well,
related.
yeah.
Rumors circling, rumors across Bengal and 49er Twitter. Due to
Don't say
the
Mac Jones.
due to the Nick Bosa injury, Trey Hendrickson is a name being thrown around a lot. I just want to put the rumor out there. As a Bengals fan, I'm not disappointed with the idea. Commit to the tank. He's on his last year anyway.
Yeah, and we know the organization won't pay him.
Mm-hmm. Dude, are those nerds? Let me get some.
Yeah, sorry. Here you go, buddy.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I forgot on your screen. I have to drop them down.
Yeah. Wait.
Fucking visual effects type shit.
um,
Nah, but
but just wanted to throw that out there because I was scrolling through Instagram and I was like, huh?
interesting.
And then I cross-referenced it with Twitter and they were like, yeah, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, very interesting.
Anyways,
Basically, just to wrap things up, I think Auburn did get screwed a little bit here, but I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. Like the rest, I okay. I'm gonna play the clip for the call just so people can.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is in 144p. Jesus Christ. All right, whatever. Pay attention to the lower corner of your screen here.
oh, hold
You
on.
see
Let, let me pull up your Twitch so my stream
Yeah.
can still get it.
You can see how fucking shitty the quality is, but whatever.
Okay, yeah.
You can see the bottom here. This is the receiver pretending to walk off the field. Which, like, I mean, he didn't enter the sideline, so he's not an ineligible player. I think the announcers are wrong on that one. Personally, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all time.
True.
I'm sorry.
So what was
You
the
need to
play?
be watching those
like
players.
what does it say where it said like he wasn't like allowed?
They said it was something. They said it was something about like faking a substitution, which technically he wasn't faking a substitution. He was just walking to the sideline.
Yeah,
He wasn't like
he didn't
he
go
wasn't
to the
waving
ref
an
and say
arm
that he's subbing out.
or
There was no running from the sideline. That's just a defense caught off guard. Hold on, I want to.
yeah. I mean,
Auburn.
it's. I think Auburn just got outplayed on that one. You just need to need to be
SEC
ready.
officiating acknowledges critical blunder. So,
Bullshit.
So
They
this is
shouldn't need
this
to.
from the AP.
Yeah.
The officiating
No,
crew
they
did
had-
not properly interpret the action of the hideout tactic. If properly officiated, the second down play would have resulted in a unsportsmanlike conduct 15 yards from the previous spot. Appropriate accountability will be applied without any additional comment. He said he tried to call a timeout before the play unfolded. The Auburn coach tried to call a timeout but wasn't
Oh.
granted it because of the refs thought it was the sub. So that's why.
Okay, well that is definitely a mistake. Yeah. So I guess Auburn did. So yeah, okay. I guess the refs did. So the refs did screw them pretty
Yeah,
bad.
they did. Terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is a bad call on the refs. But what's new? Refs suck.
I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref.
So, but again, I think Auburn needs to just take this and bounce back.
Yeah,
This is a
for
very
sure.
good Oklahoma team. This is a very good Auburn team.
Yep.
Both of these teams are top tier SEC competition. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I always forget the name of Oklahoma Stadium, and I always laugh every time. The Gaylord family. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird controversy that I think everyone will have their own opinions on. No shit. Um, but I don't think that Auburn should beat themselves up about this really, because
No.
I think the O line does need addressing. Obviously
Are
because you
they a
can't take 10
salad?
sacks in a
Ah,
game.
ah.
Nice. I'll give you that one. You get snaps for that one.
Sorry.
Um, yeah, I think I don't think my opinions on these teams have really changed. This is kind of what I expected out of this game
Yeah.
was a good close game that could go either way. Um, so I am excited to see what these teams are going to do going forward.
Mm-hmm.
The end. Okay, bye. Let me find a second game to talk about because I
I
only really
mean,
pulled up one.
you could talk about
Oh,
you could
I
talk about
called
you could talk about
your.
Baylor Arizona State.
I see. You're reading my mind. You need to not do that. Stop that.
That's also a game I
Uh,
picked for my list, but I didn't get to
yeah.
watch it because of the time. So
Mhm.
you can talk about it. I'm giving you full control.
So I'll start with Michigan, Nebraska, because we talked about this last week. We said Nebraska had the chance. They were at home in Lincoln. They, we said like, hey, put this on your radar. This game is going to be close, closer than people expect. Because everyone's like, oh, Michigan's so good. They're going to blow out Nebraska. Nebraska sucks. Blah, 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 blah. Suddenly, you have Underwood only throwing for 105 yards. Admittedly, he rushed for 61 with a long of 37, so that's fine. Justice Haynes still did his thing. That's fine. But with how good Michigan's defensive scheme is, Dylan Raiola, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's really good. But Dylan Raiola should not be putting up 308 yards on a Michigan defense specifically. This is very much an in context stat line here that I think needs to be scrutinized. Um, I believe his name's E.J. Johnson or Emmanuel Johnson, something like that. Emmett Johnson, excuse me. A respectable 65 yards on 19 carries, nothing too crazy. Um, I, I mean, this Michigan receiving core is just ugh. Also, Bryce Underwood is not panning out as a passer right now. Like he's just not. Like don't get me wrong, he's a true freshman. So like this takes time to get used to, especially in the Big 10. But I heard so much off-season hype from Michigan fans saying like, "Oh, Bryce Underwood's going to run the league. Oh, Bryce Underwood's going to come in as a true freshman and he's going to carry us to a natty and he's going to beat Ohio State for the first time in the 4 years that he's here, and he's gonna do this and that, and we're going back to back and blah blah, or we're going back this year and blah 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 blah. How's that fucking panning out, huh? You see this? You see this? 12 of 22, 105? Not fucking happening. You get Jermaine Matthews on that ball, you get fucking Sonny Styles and Lorenzo Styles on that ball, he's getting picked off. He's going for 2 picks and he's going for -2 yards. Book it right now. Don't get me wrong, Justice Haynes is still a problem, and that needs to be addressed in tantamount going into that game. Um, but I think this game needs to be a reality check for Michigan. this was a gut check game for them. I think also, mind you, Nebraska went 2 of 13 on third down, and it was a 3-point game. So, it's Michigan has work to do. They really do. Because you meet you meet a team that can meet you in the trenches, you're hopeless. I'm sorry. Like genuinely. But I think Nebraska showed good signs like they were supposed to. Um, and I thought they put together a pretty decent game minus the first half. The first half was atrocious because a turnover on downs, a missed field goal, a pick, and a punt. That's not great. But they started to really figure it out towards the end of the game, like as time went on. So it's an odd situation, right? Because we kind of expected Michigan to be a little more. We expected Michigan to be rush heavy. That's what they do every year. But in the offseason, everyone was like, oh, now our passing attack is going to get better because Bryce Underwood's here. Scoreboard. Scoreboard, motherfuckers. Through 4 games, 733 yards, 2 tutties, 1 pick. Not even 60% completion. Barely sniffing 55%. So you got to wonder, is this a Michigan team that will start to sputter down the back half of the season or not? We don't know.
I'm gonna chime in. I have looked at their schedule before. They have such an easy schedule that I think if they go into USC and win, and they do have a bye week this weekend.
They have a piss easy schedule. What the fuck is
Um,
that?
if they go into USC and win, they're going to gain a lot of momentum coming into the game. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I think with their run, Michigan's always going to be a run first team. So against teams like USC that are going to be a little harder on defense, if they can shut down the run, they can win. But like Wisconsin doesn't have a run defense. Washington doesn't have a run defense. Like we saw week 1, Colorado State matching with them play for play. Michigan State
Yep.
doesn't have a run defense. Purdue let Jeremiah Love run all over them. Northwestern is shit.
Maryland is
And
not great.
Maryland is not great to stop the run either. I honestly think that Michigan uh will go undefeated up until the game, being they will be 12 or they will be 10-1, and it'll depend on if that momentum at home will carry against Ohio State.
Yep.
It's
We
going to be
shall see.
tough.
Yep. I mean, it's Justice fucking Haynes. Like this
Yeah.
is
He's good, man.
he's a dog. He is a fucking dog. So, we'll see. But all I'll say is we were right about this game. We were
Oh,
right.
oh, for sure. For sure.
We literally got this on the fucking nose.
Oh,
I
for
think we even said Nebraska was going to cover, which technically they did.
no they didn't. They
Or
were
no, it was 1.5.
1.5.
But they were close to covering.
They were. If they almost came back. I thought they were going to come back.
I thought they were going to get it. Again,
Yeah.
if even one of these drives in the third or fourth quarter ends up panning out, or even that field goal miss,
Yeah.
you don't miss that field goal, you're looking at overtime. What's going
For
to happen
sure.
in overtime? Who knows? But then again, overtime is very,
Yeah.
very trenches heavy.
Yeah.
So,
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
we'll see. Um, so next up on the docket, ASU Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Great, great game.
Yep.
Both of these teams are very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Baylor is better than their 2-2 record indicates.
Oh, for sure.
Um, and I think they will be a problem in the Big 12. It does suck that they got off to an 0-1 start. Again, it's against an Arizona State team that just won
Mm-hmm.
the Big 12 last year and was looking to run it back. And I think they still can. And again, they ran into a brick wall Auburn team that I don't think people had them figured out just yet. So it was a close game between two of these very, very good teams. Both had very, very good balanced offenses. So I don't think either of these teams will really run into any problems of getting shut down on one side of the ball and being completely useless. Because Sam Levitt can still sling the rock. Sawyer Robertson, we know he can sling the rock. Obviously, Brown and Levitt as a rushing duo is very potent and efficient. Washington, just on his own, has been doing really, really good this year. Mind you, through 4 games, he has 415 yards. 100 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fucking good
Mm-hmm.
on a 2-2 team, by the way. Um, so I don't think there's really too much to get into here because again, we kind of expected this going into the season was Arizona State's going to be really good in the Big 12. Baylor's going to be really good in the Big 12. And this game proved it. These are two very good Big 12 teams that will be fighting for a title come the end of the year. A Big 12 title, I should say. Not anything super crazy. But which I guess technically if you're fighting for that Big 12 spot, you are fighting for a playoff spot, but they'll be fighting for it come the end of the year. And I think the Big 12 will be a chaotic conference and it will be a fun chaotic conference to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it is. That's how it is every year. So,
Oh, for sure.
that is a simple rundown of that game, and I don't think there's much else to go into that really,
Mm-mm.
unless
No, no, no. I mean, yeah, you touched on everything. The one thing I do want to see just a little bit more production out of is Tyson on Arizona State. You know, if you're gonna get 12 targets and only 7 catches,
yeah, you need to at least haul in like you need to at least haul in like one or two more of those for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's what I
Not a
think.
huge improvement, but like
Yeah,
it's better.
I think that Levitt finally settled down a little bit in this game, and we saw that. But I still have a couple questions about some decision making. But again, that's just me being nitpicky. I honestly think that if I don't think Baylor will see any Big 12 conference like extravagance. I think there'll be a bowl game team, and that'll be it. Unfortunately, because this team has had just a shit schedule. It's just the Baylor team is just kind of surrounded by unfortunate circumstance, and that's all I really have to say about it.
But Dave Aranda is still coaching a very good
Yes,
team,
they just need
nonetheless.
like one more piece, and then this team would be undefeated. And honestly, before the CSU game that I want to talk about, I mean, obviously we'll touch on the other like top 25 victories, but there's not another game I really want to get into. If there is for you,
Um, there's three in specific that I want to mention.
go for it.
Um, I'll actually. Oh wait, yeah, this was one of the ones I wanted to get into. I just want to make sure I don't want to do any more. Um, I want to say since you put a bet slip on this, shout out Delaware for beating FIU. A little bit of a shocker. Blue Hens are now 3-1 in their first year in the FBS.
They absolutely are, dude. That play died when
So
Tulane didn't cover. That shit was just over. It was so bad.
yeah. Shout out Kennesaw State for being 500 for probably the first time since they've joined the FBS.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Who did they beat? I don't even see it on here.
Arkansas State,
Yes, they did.
28-21.
Okay. Yep, I see that now.
Which again, Arkansas State's not a bad Sun Belt team.
They're,
So
they're they're not terrible now.
good for them. Kansas blew the brakes off West Virginia. I feel like we kind of expected that. Rich
Mm-hmm.
Rod's squad has been wildly inconsistent this year, so not really sure what to make of them
Yep.
at all. Um, First one here, and we're getting into all top 25 games here. I should mention
Yep.
that.
Yep. Go for it.
Florida Miami. Florida looks awful.
Yeah. No, dude, they're done.
DJ Lagway looks utterly atrocious.
He's done. I've actually had less faith in I don't think I've had less faith in a Florida team ever.
I mean, Billy Napier is if they don't win in the next one or two games, Billy Napier is getting fired. 100, like one, I can say that with utter certainty that he's going to be fucking fired into the sun.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I know
for
Florida
sure.
fans want to fire him into the sun. I would too, if we're putting up duds like this on a year that Lagway was coming off of a really good year last year, but he just got injured. Um, you brought back all these good pieces, and a lot of off-season hype was starting to bubble.
Yep.
And now it has sputtered completely. You are 1-3. Your offense is hopeless. Your defense is serviceable at best.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously they still got the pick on back. Obviously he only threw for 160. They didn't need to do that much. Florida was doing fucking nothing anyways, so as long as they
Yeah.
just did something, Florida was going to lose. I mean, Florida only had one drive longer than 30 yards. Only 3 longer than 10 out of their 2, 6, 8, 11 drives.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them were more than 20 yards. One of them was more than 30.
Yeah.
That is true ineptitude at the highest level. So, I don't know. I guess we'll get into this for the rankings, but I thought Miami played a little bit below their caliber, frankly. Um,
I mean,
but
Florida's defense didn't look horrible though. That's the thing.
this is true. This is true. That is the one part of Florida that is like still salvageable, is that defense. Obviously Fletcher and Brown still ran all over this team. And the Miami passing attack was quiet, but I think they wanted to keep it quiet so that they didn't put Florida back in this game when they didn't need to. I think that's a big thing to really keep an eye out. Also, Miami recorded 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks this game.
Yeah.
So they had their number. Florida only had 1 pick and 1 sack. That's it. So, oh, that's right. I did see this the other day. Florida did not convert on 3rd down once. Not a single time out of the 13 times they tried.
Yep.
That is awful. That is a sign of a very, very, very weak offense. And only 3 of 6 on 4th down. Again, not that great. You're averaging 2.8 yards a rush, 1.5 yards a pass. Awful. Awful, 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 awful. If I was a Florida fan, I'd want Napier gone this instant.
Yeah.
I would want this entire team just blown up, start from scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm honestly shocked I didn't wake up to the announcement this morning.
I'm shocked he wasn't fired on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but I very much expect the news within the next 2 weeks, I'll say. Give it 2 weeks. And I think Billy Napier will no longer be the coach of the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
So, but good on Miami. What was the spread on this game again? I don't remember.
Let's see if it says in the box score. Sometimes at the top it does. If it loads. There's no way it was only 7.5.
I think they were putting stock in.
Well, no, it says minus 102.
I wonder if ESPN is going to tell me anything. Because they're a discount gambling site now, I guess.
It opened as, oh no, that's Florida State. Because I typed in Florida State instead of Miami.
Week 4, Miami. Let's see.
Yeah, it was 7.5. That's it. So
yeah.
So I mean, they counted on Florida's defense in Vegas, and we saw some of that. But damn, yeah, they got
not enough. Yeah. Well, they also Florida's offense didn't fucking show up, so that doesn't help.
Have they ever?
Not really this year. Yeah, not really, not at all. So again, good on Miami for winning and covering, against a pretty decent Florida defense, and for holding DJ Lagway to the very low standard that he is already at. So we'll see how they pan out, but yeah, Florida Gators, rough time. Wasn't expecting it. Second up on the list, I think this is a game that kind of flew under some radars, and I don't think it should have. Mizzou, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Lenore Sellers was back, and he was back. He looked good. The rest of his team did not.
Yep, that's true.
This man is getting sold out so hard
Mm-hmm.
by his by the team's defense and the team's runners.
Mm-hmm.
This run game, I mean, -9 rushing yards? Huh?
Yeah,
I
no.
have I have never seen a team end with negative rushing yards in a power 4 versus power 4 team.
Yeah.
So Mizzou won in the trenches. That's there is no way around it. Mizzou won in the trenches. Um, Hardy and Roberts and actually Perbula have a 1-2-3 punch somehow, which
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I think I, I,
I
I,
knew
I think that's
I
kind of a
knew about
testament to how bad South Carolina's run D is, because we saw that against Vandy.
yeah. Yeah, this
Just
is
just
also true.
just
I
want to
mean,
throw that out there.
when you lose your biggest pieces on the D line, yeah, it's gonna it's gonna look really bad. So Mizzou's had a very nice, clean 4-0. They look good this game, 456 yards total offense. You know, Bo did enough. Um, total scrimmage yards, I believe that counts up to 240. 240 total scrimmage yards, a TD and a pick.
Yeah.
Or yeah, a TD and a pick. That's all they needed to win. Evidently. Mizzou did not cover though. So,
No, they did not.
um, you know, maybe putting some stock in this victory is a little bit hollow, but I mean, technically South Carolina was back to full strength, so
I disagree. I feel like
um,
Mizzou always just gets kind of thrown under the bus when it comes to the SEC. So I think any win against a team that's as highly regarded as South Carolina was coming into the year, I think is a good win. I don't care how much they were
yeah,
favored by. That's just the truth.
yeah. All right, come here, you little shit. Oh, I have a special guest.
Holy
He's
shit, a
decided,
cat.
he's decided to walk into my room. Hey, bud. Say hello. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, cat.
Um, so I think South Carolina is in pretty dire straits though at this point, like with where they are in their season, two and
Yeah,
two.
yeah, 2-2, and
That
you're starting off
your
0-2
surrounding
conference play.
roster, yeah, your surrounding roster is not helping your star quarterback at all. He's literally the only thing holding this team afloat.
Yeah.
Um, they're gonna have to have some coaching talks
Mm,
as well as personnel talks, like
yeah.
player personnel, I should say. Um, Mizzou, I think they just got to keep rolling, and I think they'll have a pretty quiet but underrated year in the SEC. Or it's quiet on the national stage, but I think that just is the media not giving them enough attention, I should say.
I think let's see what they have.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, they
Next
play UMass next week. Okay, that's it.
uh
Dude,
host Bama, go to Vandy, host A&M, go to Oklahoma. This is an 8-4 schedule.
this is a squad that if they
Seven
could steal
se-
some
7-5. Auburn will beat
they
them.
could steal they could steal, but if they could steal a win or two,
The
then we start talking.
the only wins I could see them stealing is Vandy and Auburn. I think Alabama, they don't have the firepower to beat. A&M, they don't have the playbook to beat, and I mean that in a defensive manner, as in A&M is fantastic on offense. They
Yeah.
have so many options everywhere all the time. Um,
Yeah.
and then Oklahoma, I just think is too strong-willed defensively. So at most they're a 9-3. I think they're going to be 7-5. I don't see them beating Auburn or Vandy. But if they were to steal one or two of those games, it would be those two right there.
Yeah. I
This
could see that
this
happening.
Mizzou team is definitely a bowl team, being 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how they pan out, but
Yeah,
it's definitely an interesting thing to watch going forward. But
yeah.
again, congrats to them for winning this game and not letting South Carolina kind of take them by surprise.
Oh, for sure. Um,
Speaking of being taken by surprise, Illinois, Indiana.
yeah. Hello, Indiana.
Holy shit. Welcome back, Indiana. We missed you. We
Signetti
missed you.
Signetti's really starting to take this shit personal.
Signetti said, "Oh, okay. You want to rank our neighbors above us? Okay. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Here's a 63 bomb."
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
2 total rush yards for Illinois. The Fighting Illini looked dead. I mean,
hopeless.
dead in this game.
They literally did nothing. I mean, if we look at their drives throughout oh my God, they had 5 drives in the first quarter, which also means that Illinois was just done, done, boom, boom, boom,
I
boom,
I
boom.
mean,
I mean,
from the start of the second
just three
quarter to
touchdowns.
the fourth quarter, Indiana scored
Yes.
7 touchdowns in a row.
Oh Jesus, I didn't even see that. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, fuck. I mean, even in the first quarter, they still scored one,
yeah.
and I guess the other one was a pick or a what was the what? How did they score in the fourth quarter? Oh, it was a block kick. I
Yes.
see. Yeah, starting the game off with a block kick is definitely a way to start things.
Yeah, and
Um,
and
and also Illinois' only touchdown came off of a 59-yard bomb in the first quarter when
and
things still looked reasonable.
and even when you look at the defensive side of Indiana, you had 2 players with 2 sacks, 2 more players with 1 sacks, and then a half sack split between 2 different players. So that's 6 total guys getting to the quarterback across how many sacks did I just say?
3.5, 5.5, 6,
Six,
7.
7. Okay. 7 sacks, and then you still had the pick from Farrell. I mean, look, man,
Yep.
this is an Indiana team who was out for blood,
hmm
and like the
They wanted
punts.
to show you, like,
Yeah,
hey, by the way, we didn't leave after our entire transfer roster left. We're still here. Kurt Signetti is still that fucking guy.
yeah. And granted, I don't think Indiana is untouchable. They
No,
definitely are. They still have to go through kind of a
touchable.
mini gauntlet. They have to play Oregon in 3 weeks. They have to play Penn State.
Yep, man.
But beside that, that's it. That's really it, man.
Yeah, those are their only
Unfortunately,
hard
both of those
games.
games are away.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a two-loss Indiana team.
Not at
It
all.
could also be a one-loss Indiana team. I don't know.
I mean, that depends on Penn State. They're not beating Oregon. They are not beating Oregon.
Nah, Oregon's too electric for them.
I completely agree. Illinois
I
is
think this
older
is
and more methodical, which is why Indiana was able to take advantage.
I think this is the coming back down to earth moment for Illinois. I think the offseason hype caught up to them a
Mm-hmm.
little too fast. Um, so we'll see. I mean, Illinois doesn't have a super crazy schedule either. I mean, they host USC this week, so they can at least get if they can get a bounce back top 25 victory, then we can say, okay, Illinois is not like that atrocious. It's just Indiana fucked them up that bad. Um, and then next week or then the week after they travel to Purdue. Um, then obviously or no, they host OSU, and then they go to Washington. Then they host Rutgers in Maryland, at Wisconsin, host Northwestern. I think that last 4 game stretch is going to be pretty easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that OSU, Washington, USC where it's like, all right, how do you perform in those games until we can kind of take stock on this game? Because that's the thing is like, it's not just like we talk about these games and we never talk about them again after the week.
Mm-hmm.
These games keep coming up week after week because this is a very and this is what some people don't understand is that this is a very iterative process
Oh yeah.
in that you need to take stock of every previous week when looking at what happened this current week. Admittedly, not enough has happened for that to be a really stalwart process right now. But once we start getting into your week nines, your week 10s, your week 11s, then these victories and losses start to take more context. So I think the context of this game specifically will evolve over the coming weeks. So we will see. But right now, Indiana is on fucking fire.
Oh, for sure.
And again, you said this perfectly. They are not invincible, but they are on fire.
Yeah.
And
And
if they go into Iowa and just blow their brakes off, they have fantastic momentum heading into Eugene.
oh, for sure. For
And if
sure.
you're heading into Eugene with a lot of momentum, you could catch a very unexperienced guy in Dante Moore with his pants down.
You could. I don't think it'll happen, but it's a non-zero chance.
Yeah, I mean that'll be I think that'll be very much an interesting coaching battle of Dan Lanning is his name, right? The Oregon coach.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah,
his name's Dan.
I think so.
Versus Signetti. So like very good
Coaching battle for sure.
Dan Lanning. Yep, I was right. It'll be a battle of which coach is the better coach, I think. Um so we'll see how it pans out. But as of right now, I'm taking this stock in Indiana and I'm having it I'm keeping it with good faith
Oh yeah. Okay.
that they will do very well in the Big Ten. I don't think they will win the Big Ten, but again, it's that they're going to be sniffing that upper echelon for good reason.
Mhm.
I think Signetti has very much turned this program around for the better, and I think the only thing we were anticipating this year is was that a one-hit wonder or not?
Oh yeah.
Because we saw how fast that whole bring the whole class over got shut down when we hit the playoffs.
Mhm.
Notre Dame fucked them immediately.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Obviously, Notre Dame's not going to be around to fuck them immediately in the playoffs this year because they suck dick. Um, but we can start kind of realizing that okay, maybe that first year wasn't a fluke.
mhm.
Maybe Signetti, or probably it's the case. Signetti is that guy.
Mhm.
So we'll see. But I think I think Illinois. This does not indicate a lost season.
No.
You can still recover from this.
Oh, for sure.
You need to take stock in this game, and you need to figure it the fuck out, though. Because if you don't figure it the fuck out, then it's a lost season.
Yeah, yeah. And you had good wins. Like you had a good win against Duke. You've shown that you're able to hold on. This was just a game that you couldn't
You got
play in.
outmatched.
And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Um
So,
and
but yeah, good on Indiana.
I don't really
I
think
was really
sorry.
shocked.
I don't really think there's a whole lot left to talk about in terms of ranked games. LSU looked like LSU. Texas
Yep.
looked like
Texas,
Texas. They looked like how they
it's
should.
against a very I think it's versus one of the worst teams in the FBS in Sam Houston. So
Exactly. And then USC held on to Michigan State. Michigan State put up a little bit more of a fight than I thought they would, but good on USC.
ooh,
Um,
actually one that did fly under the radar. Cal San Diego. Yikes.
yeah, the freshman ran
Yikes.
out of juice.
He fell apart real fast.
This is also a decent San Diego State team.
Hmm.
So it just like look at I looked at this box score a little bit earlier today. He just wasn't ready for this moment. And the defense did not help.
I mean, they held him well on third down. I mean, San Diego State only converted 3 of 11,
Yeah, but the run game just wore him down.
but the run game was just yeah. I mean,
And
they got outmatched in the trenches.
yeah, and that happens. Cal was not expected to start this hot.
No.
So, if this is going to be your first loss to an Aztec team that also had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, right? Is that was
And you
there
face Boston.
was there by last week? Is that something I'm remembering?
Hold on, let me see. Um,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They had 2 weeks.
yeah, they have not played since the 6th. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I mean, look, that's all I'm saying. I think Cal still did their job.
yeah, and again, they face BC next week. Like they're at Boston College next week.
Yeah.
That
So
is a good bounce back game.
yeah.
I think that will get um the quarterback's mojo back a little bit. I think it'll bring his
Hopefully,
confidence back.
because I really do
Hopefully.
like him. I really do.
Yeah. He was doing really great. So I hope he gets his confidence back and I hope that Cal does continue to roll to a decent degree, but I think the run stops there. Now
Yeah.
that's going to be like, okay, now we're going to be kind of taking intermittent wins and losses here. You're not going to be
Yeah.
going on these crazy runs
For
anymore.
sure. For sure.
So we'll see.
All right.
Da, da, da,
It's
da.
time. I gotta talk about it. This was okay.
Oh yes, UTSA Colorado State.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
This will be our.
This
Will be our. I assume this will be our last game that we talk
this will
about.
be
'Cause
our last game.
I don't
This
think there's any more to talk
I
about
mean I
besides.
mean, dude, Henry
Yeah.
Jr. Robert Henry Jr. is the best running back in the country. I saw it on full display. Granted, CSU did a really good job on holding him besides two long rushes. Besides the two longs he had,
76.
um,
That's it. That's the only long one I see.
he had a 76 and I need to go like by like the play by play
Oh,
because
and also he ripped off a 74-yard
yeah.
interception too.
Yeah, I mean he had a couple long ones, but like the Colorado State defense held him well on a lot of short carry plays. And honestly, Colorado State Fowler Nicolosi, man, he looked like shit in this game. I was at the
Again.
game. Again, he was running around the field. He didn't know what to do. He was overthrowing guys on the sidelines, tall and wide. It was just bad. It was a bad game by Colorado State. And then they bring in the backup Jackson. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name.
Broso or something.
Brouse. I don't even fucking know.
Nope.
All right, Google AI. How do I pronounce this shit? All right, all right. We're all learning this. How to pronounce. Let's see.
Bruso.
Baruso? No, that can't be right. Anyway, it's a French name. Whatever.
Bro.
I'm not gonna try.
I was calling bro.
Yeah. Jackson Bro. He came in immediately, led a touchdown drive, and then we gave one up, and then we drove down again and we scored. And on the kick, which we made, the UTSA edge rusher was offsides. We elected to go for it.
As you should.
I liked the decision. The play was horrendous because they brought in Bullock. His first name I'm unfamiliar with as it's loading. Taj Bullock, who is the third string quarterback, who is a running quarterback. That they bring him in on option plays. He was going to pass the ball. He had the running back free. He was hesitant, and then threw it out of bounds. So we lost. This game, if we had Jackson in the entire game, we would have won. Once again, Colorado State tried to be cute. They were very, very terrible on offense with Mahir getting overthrown, with Beers getting overthrown. Winfield was the best part of the offense because he was Jackson's favorite target. The new quarterback loved Winfield. I'm sorry, and it was great from there. But Brandon Fowler Nicolosi has now been benched, as according to today. Going into Wazoo this weekend, Jackson will be the starting quarterback, and for the better. I think, honestly, Colorado State had the most opportunity to win this game and just once again threw it away. It was terrible. It was just terrible.
In the bean.
What I will say, though, is Owen McCown doesn't look good for UTSA. This is a UTSA team whose record is definitely boosting their skill. Because Henry Jr. is the team. Without him, this team is 0-4. But
I would say 1-3 because it is fucking Incarnate World.
oh yeah, well, whatever.
But the Texas State loss,
they only won by 28, dude. I don't know.
the Texas State loss would have been a lot worse, and I think they would have lost to Colorado State without.
I absolutely agree. I think
without Henry Jr.
I think honestly Colorado State threw this game away entirely. After outthrowing Owen McCown on two quarterbacks, after almost outrushing the leading rusher, this was just a terrible game for Colorado State to be coached. I'm shocked the coach still has a job, but I'm lucky to see that Jackson is now the starting quarterback.
They at least made the right choice once.
They did. And hopefully we'll see it next week in Wazoo. But with that transition, 3 games that we're picking, both of us.
All right, let's pull up the list. I got to make sure it looks good on Streamlabs. Oh, it's a window capture, not a display capture. Right. Duh.
What the fuck is happening with my... Sorry. My headset mic was caught on something, and I got confused. All right. And I have them down in our little notepad. Blah.
Wait, can I seriously not pull up? Is Notepad not an application here? Oh, you motherfucker. All right, well, I now need to add another display capture for some fucking reason. Add a
Before
new.
we get into top 25s, let's do our games.
Yeah, I have that written down on my notepad.
Okay. Um, I have my shit.
Um,
I have my shit pulled up, and I'm just gonna.
Here we go. All right, let's bring this down here. There we go.
Now that this one's made, I can delete it.
There we go. Okay. Oh shit. Well, this is spoiling literally everything, but whatever. Can I zoom? Oh, I can zoom in here.
Yeah, if you just hold control, you can zoom in.
Sorry, this is very, very big text. Whatever.
No, you're good. I'm literally about to do the same thing.
Okay. I like how in the top of my screen I still have. Or wait, I don't know if it's showing on my. I don't know if it's showing on my
Let me
own.
let me pull up your stream.
Oh, it is. It is a little bit.
Oh, brother, this guy. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
I had to troll just like a little bit.
Bruh, this fucking guy.
Here,
All right. Anyway,
I'll
give
move
me.
this down a little bit. There we go.
All right. So, what games do you have for this week?
My games to book for this week. We have a Big 12 matchup
Mm-hmm.
against two teams that I think one needs to prove themselves to enter the upper echelon, and one needs to prove themselves to stay in the upper echelon of the Big 12. Arizona versus Iowa State. Because
Arizona.
personally, I think Iowa State is grossly overrated being in
Uh-huh.
the top 15.
For sure.
Grossly overrated.
For sure.
And I think Zona is a team with something to prove, especially after
Okay.
last year,
Yeah.
especially being 3-1 on the year. I think they are going. I don't know if it's. I don't know who's the home team though.
You
I'd
said
have to look.
you said this was Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Big
Here, I can
12.
just
Here we
I
go.
yeah. I mean,
Iowa State is the home team,
okay. So yeah, there you go.
but I think Arizona has something to prove. I think they can march into Des Moines, I believe is where it is.
You you think
Um,
they're gonna win?
I think Arizona will march in there, and I think Arizona could march in there and win. So
Okay.
I'm gonna book it because
Okay.
I am not high on Iowa State at all,
Fair. I
at
don't.
all.
I totally don't blame you. That's so fair.
Um,
I Oh,
do
I
we want
guess
to
you
do
have
one
your
one
three
one
written
one
down,
twelve?
so you
Or
might
do we
as well
want
just
to?
huh?
Okay, I guess I'll just rip off all three.
I yeah,
Rip off the band.
you have them written down. I kind of just pick and choose as we go through
Okay.
the week.
My second game of the week to watch out for. It's a team we just talked about. It's two teams we talked about.
Mhm.
With something to prove in the Big Ten, Iowa and Indiana.
Okay.
Iowa is obviously coming off of a really good win against Rutgers. I just I want to make sure that that offense they showed in that game is going to be consistent. Because if that offense that they showed in that game is going to be consistent, we're talking about a radically different Iowa team than what we've seen in the past,
For sure.
where it has been all defense, no offense.
Yeah.
Whereas that kind of bites them in the butt,
Mhm.
like pretty bad some games,
Yeah.
where it becomes very lopsided. Where once you're down, you don't come back.
Yeah, for sure.
So if we see more of a balance, I don't mind if they give up a little bit of defense if their offense gets better. Now, if their defense stays the same and their offense gets better, cool, awesome, great. But that didn't seem to be the case against Rutgers.
Mhm.
So I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that Iowa offense
Yeah.
if
But
I
who
want to feel comfortable in that team.
but who do you have winning?
Indiana, Indiana is obviously coming off of that Illinois victory.
Mhm.
I want to make sure it's not a fluke.
Mhm.
I want to see Indiana go and beat Iowa very convincingly.
Mhm.
And I believe it is going to happen. I think Kurt Cignetti in Indiana is going to march their way back home or
No,
still at
no, no,
home.
no. They're on the road, brother. This
Okay.
is Iowa territory.
Okay, well I guess I'm taking two away victors this week so far.
Wow.
Indiana I think is going to march into Iowa Stadium and tell those kids in the hospital to get fucked.
That's a crazy statement, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Um.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Where the fuck is that? What town is Iowa in? I don't give a shit. I don't give enough of a shit. And as you can see, marked at number 3, and my game of the week,
Bama, Georgia. I can only assume.
Bama at Georgia.
Yep.
College Game Day is not going to Athens this year or this week, which is fucked up.
Are they going to Ole Miss?
They are going to Oregon Penn State.
That's also fair. That's also
This is
fair.
fair. This is fair. But it's a matchup of one of the best games of the year last year. You know,
Yeah, no, I
like,
agree.
I get the people's outrage of them not going to Athens this week. I
Oh,
get it.
absolutely.
Oregon Penn State is also a fantastic game. They chose a good one. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they chose shit ass like Auburn TA&M or something, which
Mhm.
it's not a shit ass game. You see it in my honorable mentions. But anyways,
Mhm.
Bama Georgia, rematch from last year. High tier SEC programs. Kellen DeBoer kind of bringing it back from everyone being on his ass and saying hot seat, hot seat, hot seat, fire him, fire him, fire him, fire him. He's done, he's done, he's done, he's trash, trash, trash. You're not Saban, you're not Saban. Bring back Saban. Blah blah blah. So, I think if they can go into Athens and at least either make it close or steal this game, we can start talking about DeBoer being a good top tier coach.
Mhm.
But we need to see that signature victory from him.
Yeah.
Because I think Georgia beat them last year, if I remember correctly, by 3. It was like 44-41 or something.
Yes, because that's why Georgia was in the playoffs, I'm fairly certain.
Georgia v. Alabama 2024. Sorry, 41-34. Excuse me. Wait, no.
Yeah,
Alabama did beat Georgia last year.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because that's why they were arguing that they should have been in it.
Yeah,
That's what
there
it
we
was.
go.
That's what it was.
So Georgia's at home now. This is their revenge game, pretty much, for
Mhm.
that. And I still think it needs to be a signature victory on this year for Kellen DeBoer. I'll modify my statement slightly
Mhm.
in that you need to have your year your signature victory on the year. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And this is it for Bama.
Yeah.
And Georgia's on a roll. They're a top 10. They're a top 10 team right now.
Yeah.
So Bama wants to get back into that upper echelon because they've been kind of booted out since the DeBoer era because they've taken some stupid losses. So again, there's a lot of storylines going on here. It's the beginning of SEC play, or close to, or it's within the first few weeks of SEC play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that we get these top tier matchups early in the year because once we get to the SEC chip, we can kind of look back on this and see how the teams have evolved. With that said, Georgia is still at home. It is still Kirby Smart. Kellen DeBoer is known to fuck these things up at time and time again, or time occasionally. Fuck it. So I will take Georgia to win this game
Okay.
because I trust in Kirby Smart and the system that he has, and just the rosters and just everything else. But expect this game to be a dogfight. And before I say my honorable mentions, I'll let you get yours in case we miss anything.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my 3. Oregon Penn State is on my list.
Yep.
And I think Oregon will walk in to Pennsylvania and kick the shit out of them, honestly. I talked about this game earlier. Notre Dame, Arkansas. I'm not taking the ranked team. I'm not taking the ranked team. I'm sorry. This is an Arkansas team that hung on with Ole Miss in Ole Miss. They lost to Memphis in embarrassing fashion. They're going to look for a way to fight back. And honestly, I haven't seen enough out of Notre Dame. They put up the points, but man, the defense has been horrendous.
Which is not a Marcus Freeman
No.
trademark.
And if
That
I'm
is
wrong,
far
and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, dude. I don't care. I think Arkansas has a chance.
No, I think it's a good game to book for being a shock factor kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. Arkansas is only Notre Dame's only 5.5 point favorites, man. All I'm saying is the opportunity. There's nothing but time and opportunity for this Arkansas team. And then my last game, it's kind of not underrated, but again, I talked about this game earlier. Syracuse Duke, so another 12 o'clock game.
Matchup.
I'm going with the Orange for the second week in a row.
That's fair. Not a really good win.
yeah, I think that Duke got hot, but I think that Syracuse is still the better team. I do want to give out just one honorable mention, um, and that is to BYU Colorado. I think that we're going to see why BYU is a ranked team in this game.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a Big 12 matchup. You can never go wrong with a Big 12 matchup.
Yeah. Speaking of Big 12 matchups, I have one right here in my honorable mentions. TCU versus ASU.
That's also going to be a good
TCU
game.
has been TCU offense has been rolling.
Oh, for sure.
Sonny Dykes is just like, I mean, he's a good fucking coach. Like he
For
almost made it
sure.
to it. He made it to a natty for a reason.
Oh, for sure he did.
So, and Kenny Dillingham is also a really, really good coach. These are two teams that are very electric on offense. Again, high tier Big 12 teams. So it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out.
For sure.
A couple of other honorable mentions: LSU versus Ole Miss.
Obviously.
Ole Miss is really fucking hot right now. But LSU's defense against especially air raid offenses is locked down.
Agreed.
I mean, you have that defensive line that has like Whit Weeks and Harold Perkins Jr. I mean, those guys are round one talent.
Oh, for sure.
Round one fucking talent.
Absolutely.
Blake Baker is a great defensive coordinator, and through just a couple of weeks, we're seeing why.
Mm-hmm.
Like the safeties and the cornerbacks and like just everything they have on that team lends itself to a very, very good defense. The question mark here in this game is what is LSU's offense going to do, and how is Ole Miss's defense going to respond? Because it is still SEC defense at the end of the day. Like LSU, them having a very good defense is not the norm.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and LSU's offense, I think, has been shaky at times, despite how good we know Nuss can be and how good these offenses under Brian Kelly can be.
For sure.
So, we kind of need to see how that goes. I think if LSU has a very good showing on both sides of the ball, we start to talk about, do we want to put LSU over Penn State, especially if they lose this week, which it'll have to happen if Penn State loses.
If Penn State loses this week, I'm not having them in my top 10. And that's just the truth. It depends on how the game plays out. Penn State could shock us all, and they could just win.
Yeah, they could shut us the fuck up. They could shut the Duraller haters the fuck up, and I'd shut up.
Yeah. I also have my top 25 pulled up.
Yes, I have it right here. I would just need to zoom back out. Sorry, just some more rapid fire honorable mentions. Ohio State versus Washington.
Obviously,
watch that one. Watch it, because I think
only
it's going to be. I think it's going to be closer than people anticipate, and I am expecting a close game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting a good close game, but I think OSU will notch it out. Obviously, because we're going to win the Natty this year and go undefeated. Auburn TAM. Auburn obviously coming off a really tough loss.
Yep.
TAM still has that momentum from the really good win over Notre Dame.
Yep.
Both these teams are still kind of finding out what's going on. So we'll see if Auburn gets that bounce back victory, or if TAM keeps rolling and they start building, playoff natty hype.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that game goes. Sorry, I'm on an SEC train right now, I guess. Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Tennessee showed some flashes of some piss poor defense.
Yeah.
That I think Mississippi State could be keen to exploit. Albeit Tennessee's offense is really, really good. But we've also seen Mississippi State shut down electric offenses with the Arizona State game.
Mm-hmm.
Like just enough so that they can win. So, maybe something happens there. We'll see. USC versus Illinois. That is my last one of the honorable mentions that you didn't mention.
Yeah.
Illinois obviously coming off a really rough loss, and I think they need to bounce back from this Indiana game. And USC needs to show that, Jade Mayava is that guy. They need to show that their defense can hold against a team with a known good offense. So we will see how that game pans out, but I am excited for Big Ten and SEC play this week with a couple Big 12 games sprinkled in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, literally a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now on to the goods. our top 25s for the week. I'll let you start off since I started off with the games.
Okay, so I will go through my top 25 and my first five out. And I have
Yep, I,
all
I went to first 5 out this week, I should mention.
and
So it's a.
I have rank adjustments on my screen if you want to follow along.
Oh, I also
Um,
have ranked my screen. Damn, did we like read each other's minds? Fuck.
maybe. Okay, Ohio State's still number one.
We just gay like that. What?
At my number two, I have Miami. They went into Gainesville with a very decent defense, and they won, and they covered, and they doubled up on the cover. So
Interesting.
they've shown me more than Penn State has. They've shown me more than Oregon has so far. Penn State I have at number three, just because I can't fault them for winning. They're doing their job. I don't think they're as good as they are, but they're still doing what they need to do. Oregon's my number four. I moved them up 2 spots. And Georgia, I moved down. I just saw more out of Oregon that I sent to them, and I moved LSU down. I moved them down from my number 2 to my number 6.
Interesting.
I saw more out of UNM, out of Oregon, and I couldn't rank them above Georgia just because of the type of play that Georgia has shown me. And I'm just going off eye test, man. Granted, I think I could have probably put FSU a little higher, or not FSU, LSU a little higher, but that's just me. This was just me.
You need more eye test data.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Nuss is supposed to be this great Heisman quarterback. I need to see more. They need to show me more on defense. That's just me. FSU stays at 7, and then Oklahoma is at number 8, taking A&M spot last week. I think, 10 sacks is 10 sacks. A win is a win against a ranked opponent. That's 2 ranked wins for Oklahoma already. They look great. And then I moved A&M down just because of how well Oklahoma did. They just jumped them. And then Indiana, who I had at 18 last week, is now at 10. You blew out the number 9 team by 50 points. That's all I have to say, really. And then I moved down Texas because they're supposed to do that against Sam Houston. And they don't have as convincing of play as I saw from Indiana, as I've seen from Oklahoma and A&M. So Texas gets shifted right outside the top 10. And then I shoot up T-Tech to number 12. I thought Utah was going to win. Granted, I had T-Tech at 19 because I didn't believe in them. I saw a lot out of them that I liked. That 2 quarterback system worked for them. That run game worked for them. They have a complete team. And then with that, I moved Bama down. I don't believe Bama played this week, did they?
Let me check.
I don't think they played.
No, they did not.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I fault them for not playing. And then Ole Miss, I did move down 1. And honestly, I'm actually gonna make a change here. So Ole Miss will stay at 13 at where I had them, and I will be putting Alabama at
doing a little
at 14. Yeah, just a little shifting.
Alabama.
Shut up. There we go. I tried to type too quick. And then I also moved Iowa State down 2 spots, and then Tennessee down 2 spots, because Tennessee also did give up a lot of points to UAB. Kind of disappointing after a close game to Georgia that, yes, you still win, but you still gave up a lot. And then Iowa State, I'm kind of with you in that same boat if they got to show me a little bit more. I moved G-Tech up 1 to the 17 spot. And then Vandy with a 70 bomb that we didn't even touch today.
Yeah, so I realized we probably should have, but like they.
That's impressive by them.
They blew them the fuck out.
I
mean, they looked good.
Yeah, they looked great.
Which is crazy that we're saying this about Vandy.
Yeah. I have Vandy high, man. They went into a hostile environment in South Carolina and won handedly, and then they just won handedly again. Michigan, I moved up 1 after beating Nebraska closely, and then Mizzou up 1 after their game against South Carolina. USC, I moved up 3 spots from 24 to 21. I really liked how they handled Michigan State. This was kind of their first big test after being ranked, and they did that well. And then TCU, my only new addition into the top 25, that was not within the 30 list, I will say. TCU was not on my 30 list last week. But I kind of went through their schedule. I saw some things I liked, and I am high on them.
I thought they played well against SMU.
They absolutely did. Uh, BYU, I moved up out of the first five out into the 23 spot, who I put Auburn at 24. Like I said, if that game would have went differently, Auburn would be top 15 and Oklahoma would be under them. So I think this is still an Auburn team with a lot of opportunity, to say the least.
And also they're playing in a really harsh conference where if they steal a win, it's like narrative start to change a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And then Illinois is my 25 team. You're number 9. Conference matchup. You got fucking embarrassed. Do I think you need to be 23 like other teams are ranking you? Maybe not that high. I think you're still a top 25 team. You went into Duke and you beat the shit out of Duke. Like, these are still good wins. But, man, that's a bad loss. That's a horrible loss.
Mm-hmm.
And no good win can outweigh that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's going to be a stain on their record like the entire year. Yeah. You're absolutely correct.
And then my first 5 out, Notre Dame. I don't care that they won. They gave up 30.
Yeah.
This is a win where you move down. With all the shifting, Notre Dame is down. Mississippi State, they're 20.
And also, mind you, that's with a rain delay. Again, we need to bring that up. That is a momentum shift.
Yeah.
Purdue had momentum.
Yeah. Mississippi State is my 27. I had them at my 30 last week. I think I'm really liking what I see out of this team. This is another like complete team that can be a play spoiler. So I'm high on this team. Arizona State is at my 28 after their win with Baylor. So good for Arizona State. I just realized I put Arizona State instead of Arizona.
I didn't want to be a dick for a second time.
No, you could say it. I type really fast, but I cause a lot of mistakes. Utah is my 29. They're still a ranked caliber team. They're not showing it, though. I wouldn't have thrown them this low if they didn't hardly beat Wyoming. If their last game before T-Tech wasn't as bad as it was, then they would still be in my top 25. But just from what I've seen, dude, don't look good. And then number 30, riding with the Tigers, Memphis. They looked great.
The Group 5 representative. Yeah.
Honorable mentions, though. South Florida was higher in my top 25. And they did have a very good win. I would just like to see more out of them when they get in the conference play. There will absolutely be in this first 5 out back again for sure. There's just teams that I liked better than them this week. And then Arizona State took over another spot that I had, but I had deleted last week's on accident, which is fine. So, yeah, this is mine.
All right. Let's get into the brass tacks then.
And I'm gonna pull up your
no changes whatsoever in the top. I need to make sure mine actually looks okay.
Yes, I'm
okay. It's not centered, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a notepad. It's gonna be rough. I am gonna zoom in a little bit though.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna zoom in a decent bit.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We'll get the first.
There we go.
We'll at least get the first 10 on here. There we go. All right. So for my come back Discord, please, thank you. My 1 through 7 do not change after this week.
That's fair.
I need to see Penn State, Oregon before I kind of make those changes. LSU showed me what I wanted to see. Miami showed me what I wanted to see a decent bit. Because especially with like how atrocious this Florida team is looking, I don't know if I want to put stock. I don't know if I want to put too much stock in this victory.
That's fair. No,
we'll see.
That's a fair point.
Florida State did what they needed to. OSU had bye week. Penn State had a bye week. I believe Georgia had a bye week as well. So, not going to be moving them.
I think
they can stay where the fuck they are. Texas A&M at the 8. I trust in that team. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Did they play this week? I just need to refresh my I did not. Okay. That is just a product of other teams dropping down. But I feel comfortable putting them there, I think. Mm-hmm. I had Oklahoma at the... Obviously, I had TNM at the 9 last week. Now that they're at the 8, so not a huge shift. Oklahoma at the 9, up from 10. Again, good teams find a way to win. Great teams find a way to cover. That is a tried and true statement of ESPN ESPN menace, because we don't want to get sued. Um, and it rings true for this team.
Mm-hmm.
10 sacks on a very good SEC team with a pretty loaded roster. You have to put stock in that defense. And we
Mm-hmm.
know that, or that defense. And we know the offense is going to look really good with Mateer because, like you said, he's the best quarterback right now.
For sure.
He is. I think it's a battle between him and Nuss, absolutely. I think Nuss can show flashes that'll bring him closer to in this race. I think Mateer is just
Mm-hmm.
like he's here, Nuss is there, but I think
Yeah.
Nuss can bring himself up to here if he puts a couple of good performances together.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect good things from this team.
Mm.
Jumping up from the 14 slot to the 10 slot, Ole Miss. I thought this game against Tulane fantastic
Mm-hmm.
on every single side of the ball. Um, I don't think I've seen a Lane Kiffin team like this complete on both sides of the ball in a while because a lot of Lane Kiffin teams in the past have been offense, air raid, air raid, air raid, air raid. Um, and not a lot of defense. That's the SEC like tried and true pedigree. Um, and I don't think I put enough stock in Chambliss last week when I was making these rankings. And I I bit the bullet for that one. I really did. Chambliss looks fantastic, like fantastic. Um, so I want to put my stock in this team. I really do. And I hope that pans out. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me because they are a fun team to watch, I think, at the moment. So we will see how that changes. Now, moving on into the 20 territory. Bama and Texas stay where they were last week. Um, Bama was off this week? Question
Mm-hmm.
mark?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, Bama was off this week. Not going to move them. Texas faced one of the worst teams in the league, Sam Houston, and blew them out. They did what they were supposed to. I
Yeah.
am not moved by this. I
No
don't
one
care.
should be.
I do not care. Um, Texas Tech. I think maybe I should have put more stock in this, but I don't know. It felt weird for me to put them like above Bama and Texas. It really did. I don't think it felt correct.
Okay.
Just knowing Texas Tech's roster versus Bama and Texas. If I see a bad showing from Texas again, though,
Mm-hmm.
and Bama shits the bucket against Georgia, then we can start talking about T Tech possibly grazing the top 10. But for right now, I think it was a very convincing win in a hostile environment. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted to put some stock in it. The thing is I already put my stock in Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just paying its dividends. But again, I moved them from the 17 to the 13. So they're a top 15 team now, and I think they showed it properly this weekend in Utah. So I am excited to see what they do. And I believe our biggest change in the positive direction this week, yep, is Indiana
Mm-hmm.
going all the way from the 23 to the 14. Obviously, I didn't move them as high as I did. Obviously, I didn't move them as high as I did for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Difference of opinion, obviously, but also I just I want to see a little bit more before I start boosting this ranking anymore
Mm-hmm.
because I also feel like this was on Illinois. And don't get me wrong, I overhyped Illinois. You can literally see the difference in my rankings for them right now. I had them as a top 10 team. I actually had them higher than the AP poll had them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we all put too much stock in Illinois. A
Yeah.
little in retrospect, we put too much stock in them.
Well,
So
I thought they were too high going into like when they beat Duke. I'm like, this is not that good of a team. Like they're good, but
yeah.
let's come off it now.
Yeah, and like when they beat Duke, it's like, okay, maybe they're starting to back up these claims. I'll buy
Mm-hmm.
into the hype. Fuck it. Um, or buying into the hype like at least a little bit. But I think now that has been tapered, that's coming back. So I'm giving Indiana the boost that they deserve. Absolutely. I think I had them a little low in my initial poll, so I'm kind of bringing them back up. But again, very like keeping it a little tempered. But if they show out this week against a Big Ten opponent, I'll put stock in this victory and I'll kind of start to retroactively change things a little bit. Tennessee is moving from the 13 to the 15 spot. Again, it's It's UAB, man. Why are you letting them put up 3 to 4 scores?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that you put up 56. I really don't. That's what you're fucking supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think moving them down even after a win is fair. Um, G Tech at the 16. I had them at the 15 last week. They're down at the 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that is a product of the game they played this week.
Yeah.
Albeit, I think they let Temple score a little more than they should have realistically.
Uh,
Um, but
I
I
don't
think
think
I
Temple's
I think I
terrible though.
may no. They're not the worst team in the world, but
Exactly.
I think just with things moving around this week, with Texas Tech going up, with Indiana going up, like past them, I think it just so happened that G Tech was a victim of the system.
Yeah,
But I think they are still a fantastic team. Do not get it twisted.
for sure. No, I
Um,
see it.
at the 17, up from 20, give me Mizzou. Um, that win against South Carolina was convincing.
Absolutely.
Um, I am starting to see the vision with this team. I think that they can steal some good wins in SEC play, or I think they have the capacity to do so.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on if they execute or not. If they do not execute, this ranking will be for naught. But for right now, there's a possibility, so I want to put stock in it.
For sure.
So, and we will see, because I really like the system that they have running right now with Perbula. I think bringing him in was the correct option after, fuck, what was his name? Brady Cook.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the right move. I was not high on that move in the offseason because I thought, oh, this is just the guy backing up Drew Aller. I don't give a shit. He's a running quarterback. Which like he's very much showing that, but I think Mizzou is kind of getting him into this system of being a more confident passer. Because he's a young guy too. Like Bo is a young guy. Mizzou has some time with him, if I
Oh
remember
yeah.
correctly.
Oh yeah.
So I am excited. I am excited to see how he develops and how this team kind of starts to figure things out. Because they also lost a lot of good talent to the draft last year. I mean, they lost their star wide receiver in Luther Burton. So which we see how that's panning out right now. So that's where I'm leaving Mizzou for right now, with I think with a lot of room to improve. And for our biggest drop of the week, expectedly, Illinois.
Yep.
Going from number 8 to number 18.
Yeah.
We have already talked about this. You got your backs blown out by a division rival, or like a conference rival,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah. Say
much.
we ain't got
Like not your
divisions in the Big
rival.
Ten no more.
I know. I'm thinking like NFL terms right now for that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, it was a truly embarrassing loss.
Mm-hmm.
Truly embarrassing. And I do not think there is anything that Illinois can do besides upset a top 5 team to make me forget about
Oh, for sure.
that. So I need to see more, but I'm not going to just instantly drop them out of the top 20.
Yeah.
They were rated as high as they were for some decent reason.
Yeah.
Again, I think we both said they were overrated, and clearly we were correct, as always, or as most of the time. Most of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time. So, but I think if they can get a bounce back win, I'll feel better about not dropping them as far, and they can stay where they are right now. Rounding out the bottom of the top 20, that team up north, going from 21 to number 19. Look, good teams do find a way to win.
Wait,
Don't
you
get me
mean
wrong.
going to 19 from 21?
Yes. What did I fucking say? Going to 21 from 19. Did I say that?
You said going from 19 to 21.
Yeah, flip that.
Yeah.
Flip it and take that, flip it and reverse it. Something, something, whatever the rest of the song goes.
That's a great song.
Banger. Da. But I think TTUN has some very glaring weaknesses, and I think we can all agree on that. We've talked about it already, so I don't need to get into more detail on it now. But at the end of the day, they're still a good team with a head coach the head coach of all time. You still have that stalwart defense
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. You still have Justice Haynes, and you do still have Bryce Underwood, who can show some flashes of good play.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not showing enough for me to really like boost my fear of them. Because mind you, this ranking is not based on confidence; it is based on fear.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically Michigan.
Oh yeah.
This is a ranking of fear. Um, not out of fear of the team, but how much I personally fear the team going into the game so far this year. And rounding out our top 20, good old Vandy. Again,
Mm-hmm.
that offense is electric. I kind of want to see them get tested a little bit more because if I remember correctly, I don't think they've had like a super crazy test besides South Carolina, but again, South Carolina was kind of a weird one, just with Lenore Sellers being out.
Mm-hmm.
But still, with what I've seen from the eye test, obviously against some lower tier teams, I have still seen some things that I would find worthy of a top 25 team.
Yeah.
A very good offense, a pretty good defense in a conference that doesn't really play a lot of defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, you still have Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
He is still that fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think it is something to put stock in, and it is a I think it is a very pleasant turnaround for Vandy and a new era for this team,
Mm-hmm.
which you really do love to see when they've been the punching bag of this conference for so unbelievably long.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the end of our top 25 and the first five out, where we start to see some people ascend the ranks
Mm-hmm.
and we start to see some different winners and losers. Down at 21, I have Iowa State
Mm-hmm.
moving from 19 to 21. So there we go. My earlier statement finally applies. Um, I don't see the hype behind this team. I do not understand why they are a top 15 team. I really do not. I have not seen enough from this team to think that they are a top 15, let alone top 20 team. Because don't get me wrong, you had a bye week this week, but you also had a lot of teams showing up and showing out against ranked teams. Versus your resume so far is a 3-point victory against a overrated, terrible Kansas State team, beating South Dakota by way too much, taking Iowa to a 3-point thriller at home though, and that's without good offense from Iowa. They only put up
Mm-hmm.
214 yards offense that game. That's not the Iowa we saw against Rutgers. That Iowa is like barely bowl team Iowa. So, and then last week they only beat Arkansas State by 8. That is not something I want to put stock in. Like, that is not something I have confidence in. And that is why I think Arizona is going to march into Des Moines and take them down in their home stadium and start to etch that campaign for a Big 12 title. So we will see. I might be proven wrong here, but we will see. We actually have 3 Big 12 teams back to back to back here. I'm just realizing.
Mm-hmm.
At number 22, joining our rankings from the depths of the first 5 out / the honorable mentions from last week because I was fickle about it. Luke Fickle, if you will.
Get out.
My bad. Fine. I have Arizona State.
Okay.
I think this is a good competitive team coached by someone that I think is able to flip expectations on their head within a very chaotic division. So obviously we need to see how the game this week pans out with ASU playing. I already forget because I'm a rock brain. TCU, which actually, speaking of which, it's an adjacent ranking matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to see how ASU and TCU play against each other. Our two new bloods to the Big 12 clump at the bottom. Um, we will see how that pans out, and then we will see where each one rises or falls from the rankings from there. But I like both of these teams in their conference. I think they both have an opportunity to do good things in the conference, and kind of fight for that single playoff spot for the conference champion. So I am excited to see this game pan out this week. Really am.
For sure.
At number 24, it's a little bit of a swapsies at the bottom here. I have USC. Again, you said it earlier before. I thought they handled Michigan State really well. I think that team is coached by someone that knows the ins and outs of power football because again, he coached at Oregon State when they were still a power football team, and
We're
he
getting hit
played
with a
against.
fucking ad on your stream, so we can't see your list.
Shut up for a sec.
No, you're good. Keep going. It was just funny. I wasn't even paying attention. I was scrolling on my
How long
phone.
is it? It's 50 fucking seconds.
All right.
Actually, while I wait for the ad to go, I'm gonna feed my cat in like 2 seconds.
Hell yeah.
So I'll explain more in a second. Hold on. Let's get back to it real quick. Okay.
Oh,
So what?
I fucking clicked off the stream and it stopped. They add whatever.
Oh.
Maybe if I reload. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Anyways, so USC, you know, I thought they handled Michigan State pretty well. It's still a Big Ten team coached by someone that has known power football before and that knows the old Pac-12, which is now a decent portion of the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this isn't somebody that's like inexperienced with this kind of thing. So I thought they handled things really well because again, they were
Mhm.
away. So I think and again, Jane Mayava is still really, really good. It is still fuck, what's his goddamn name? Lincoln Riley. Yeah. It's still Lincoln Riley at the end of the day, he still has a fantastic system over there. Um, I just need to see a little bit more before I start bumping them into that top 20 territory.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And rounding out our top 25, we have Auburn. It was a rough day for them. They showed some bright spots, but they also showed some really, really bad spots. Obviously, good teams find a way to win. They did not win. That doesn't mean they're a bad team, and that does not mean they're not good. However, you cannot take 10 sacks in a game. That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Albeit they kept it close with those 10 sacks.
Mhm.
So that's where I find that bright spot. So I need to see them go through more SEC play and maybe take down a team or two that they don't expect to before we start to really bring this season back. Because right now it's looking like a good season, but not a great season.
Mhm.
And if they want to make it a great season, you need to take a couple of odd victories here and there.
For sure.
So now my first 5 out, and this is where we start to differ a little bit. Unranked, Notre Dame.
Which we both have.
Yes, at the 26 specifically. Oh, I'm just realizing as I put TCU on here twice. Nice. Good job, me. You're a fucking idiot.
Put Mississippi State, coward.
Shit, I fucking might. Trying to look for good teams. trying to make sure. It's either Mississippi State, Kansas, Arizona, BYU. Do I have BYU on here?
You don't.
Hmm. I don't know. Oh. I don't know. I might not have seen enough from them yet. Same with Arizona, actually. You know what? Yeah. Mississippi State. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the rankings, Mississippi State. But anyways, yeah, Notre Dame. They're not as good right now, and they need to. Um, I think they were dead the second they took.
Oh, am I?
That's you need to win those ranked games
Yeah,
if you want to make the playoffs.
absolutely.
So, but I'm not gonna. They have too many good pieces to be a bad team.
Yeah.
They really do. Um, which then that comes down to coaching and mismanagement on that front. So we need to see how bad the coaching and mismanagement is going to get before we start to say, is this really a bad team or are these just bad coaches?
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. Baylor, obviously. I don't think they were in my honorable mentions. So I guess they just I guess they don't really they don't really change. I
Mm-hmm.
still think they're a good team. Obviously, they're still close to ASU because they were close, and it's still a good Big 12 team at the end of the day. Um, and I think we've said enough about Baylor that it
Yeah.
it kind of writes itself.
I always have
Mississippi
something good to
State.
say about them. That's the thing.
hmm Yeah, like this season, there's always been something good to say about them. No, even if they've won or
Absolutely.
lost, even if they have won or lost, there are still good things in each loss. Mississippi State, they're on a roll. They're on a roll right now. Um, we just need to see if they can take it further. We will see. But I really like what this team is putting together. Last year was obviously a complete and utter tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, again, they shocked ASU already, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke because they played Alcorn State and NIU, which again they've performed in every single game that they've been in. So, shoot, who do they play this week? I didn't even look. Yeah, this Tennessee game is going to be very, very important. If they win this game, easily like top 20 or like fringe top 20.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. Um, so I'm excited to see how that game pans out
Mm-hmm.
because it's a team that I'm starting to get lower on and a team I'm starting to get higher on. So
For sure.
we'll see if they flip-flop. And for our last two, we have Louisville as one of our ACC reps.
Yep.
Um,
I
I
almost put I
like
almost put them in mine.
I like what I see coming out of there. I think Dave Brom is a very good coach. And they have a very good system going on. I don't know when or if they'll take that next step to be great within the
For
conference.
sure.
Because like the teams they've played right now are eh, but
Yeah.
we've still seen good things from them even with this competition.
For
I
sure.
mean, you barely didn't cover against BGSU, but also that's because Real has the line at 25 and a half. So,
Yeah.
and they won by 23, which I
Mm-hmm.
believe it was a garbage time TD that
Yeah.
sold it.
Yep.
So, I don't really
Regardless.
care. James Madison by 14. James Madison is not a terrible team by any means. They're a
Mm-hmm.
good Sun Belt team. And Eastern Kentucky to start things off, obviously. So things might change a little bit in that stock once we start to get into real ACC play. But I have a feeling they'll at least be sticking around in this top 30 area for a bit. And finally, our lone group of five representative in this batch,
You also picked Memphis.
Memphis.
Okay.
I, again, I loved what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis has always been one of those group of five teams that you have to have on your radar
For sure.
every single year.
For sure.
That is just how good they are within the group of five. Like I think them in the group of 5 is almost the equivalent of your North Dakota State in the FCS.
Yeah.
They are always there. They are always
To an
that fringe top
extent,
25
yeah.
to an extent. There's no championships or anything, so obviously obviously you have your Boise State last year, but that's because they have Ashton fucking Genty.
Mm-hmm.
But Memphis is always one of those teams where it's like they're gonna fight in the American. They're gonna put up like really good stats even as a or even as a group of 5 team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this year could be the year that they take their at-large spot in the group of 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there has to be one. And I think a lot of American teams are gunning for this spot, but ultimately I think Memphis is the one that holds this destiny right now. And as a final note to end this top 30, fuck you, Clemson.
True.
Fuck you.
True. All right. Any closing remarks for the people?
This is a good week for football, so
It is.
go watch some fucking football. But
Se-
also, let's check in on the Lions Ravens real quick. It is
7-7 Lions at the Ravens 1 yard
7-7.
line.
Oh, I'm seeing him at the 11. Oh, second and goal. Lol.
I'm ahead of you, coward.
Lol. I'm also looking at CBS. So,
but yeah,
that is the end of my thoughts. Go
Yeah.
watch some fucking football.
sit
'cause
on your
there's some
couch.
good-
Do it. It'll be awesome.
Hmm?
Drink a beer or 7.
Stay hydrated.
We will be back next week around this time to talk about football again.
As per usual.
Yeah, I don't really think anything else.
Nope. That is the
There's
long
Friday.
and short of it.
It starts on Friday for college.
Yes. Watch your Friday. Actually, watch your Thursday football too.
Well, yeah, because Thursday night it's
What's that?
it's Card Saints or Card Seahawks, correct? This Thursday, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Thursday to Monday, you have no excuses.
Watch your damn football. Don't watch no sissy. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna say sissy baseball. I'd be crucified. Don't watch preseason hockey for the love of God. If there's one thing you don't need to watch, it's preseason hockey.
Jacob
all
comes
right?
in here and smites you.
Nah, Chuck would come in here and smite me. You kidding me?
So true. All right, with that, I'm uploading this video to YouTube. I didn't upload the last one because I had connection issues. So
just stitch together or something, but we'll see. But anyways,
I'm not doing that shit. I'm lazy. Fuck you. All right. Bye.
We'll be back next week. A goodbye.